taking my place down here on the sideline tonight is Prattville. But I've just been handed some information that through technology, the Millser, our producer and award-winning mad scientist,
yes,
is somehow or another got Will Barrett to see this game while battling Hurricane Irma.
Will is battling her. He's down there.
He is.
Hello.
The Vision Quest, unbelievable.
Hello. Can you hear me, boys? Boys. Yes. This is Will Barrett coming to you live from not the Vision Quest land that I was supposed to be in. Unfortunately, Hurricane Irma dashed my plans, but I couldn't think of a better place to be if not with my lovely bride than here with you guys tonight, as we pause momentarily for the playing of our national anthem. There's a few things to go through before they get to the anthem, but what a night for high school football.
Man, it finally feels like a little football weather. You got
really
this
does.
humidity going, and it's super nice. And, of course, we're going to get the official weather.
The Steak and Shake weather report from our play-by-play sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett, which, by the way, what an amazing intro to this game.
Yeah, that and as well, is this the first time we've had a play-by-play ever in sports history from the sideline?
I think it might be.
That's what's beautiful about this broadcast team here.
We're like guinea pigs, man. We experiment. But that Donnie Burnett did his homework for that intro. Now, the Pledge of Allegiance. While they're doing that, we're going to break away for 2 minutes. Private Lines Football will continue after these words from our sponsors. Be back in 2 minutes.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our Value Lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Our alma mater.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium in Enterprise, Alabama, here on Boll Weevil Way. We're counting down the last few minutes before tonight's kickoff between our visiting Prattville Lions and the homestanding Enterprise Wildcats as we open regional play on the road in Enterprise in a game that we feel like is a winnable game and a game we really have to win if we're gonna have a shot later on this season in the playoffs, Chip.
No doubt, this is the first one, and man, how huge would this be to get a victory and start out region play 1-0 and really get some confidence, from Mills and I talked on the way down here in the 2017 Chevrolet Silverado Texas Edition four-wheel drive from Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
Really?
And listen, the guy I bought it from, Bruce Williams, interview at halftime.
How about that?
Talk a little bit about him and how long he's been with Larry Puckett, and there's a number of great salespeople at Larry Puckett we're going to talk with throughout the year. But anyway, on our way down here, we were talking about what the confidence and poise that Trey Edwards grew up last week.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could just tell. Now I realize Stanhope wasn't Wetumpka, but you could see on the field that he just made some decisions that he was unsure of the week before. But he came along. He really grew up last week, and we talked about several things that happened. But that was the one thing that stood out is him. And of course, he's going to really need to shine tonight to help us win this one.
Right, this is a Enterprise team, like Donnie said in the pregame, that's graduated a lot of seniors last year and is rebuilding. But a Faulkner coach team is going to be disciplined at the point of attack, and they're going to play aggressive football. And you're going to have to counterpunch because they're going to punch. Yeah,
and I got a little information on them throughout the week. I was talking to some of the coaches, and I can break that down a little bit if we have time to do that. Defensively, they're going to run a 4-3. They'll bring 8 down in the box every once in a while, really put pressure on the quarterback, try to make him make some throws. They're young on defense. They had an outstanding team last year that lost to McGill in the quarterfinals, I think, which McGill went on and finished runner-up in state. So, and, of course, they put that whipping on us that Donnie talked about earlier. They were a senior-laden team last year. But this year, especially on defense, I've been told they start anywhere from 5 to 7 sophomores, which is never good because we kind of found out that last year. But their strength on defense is their defensive front. They're very solid, very good, strong, and big guys up front. Offensively, they have a senior quarterback.
Right.
And he's not your home run hitter, but he's going to spread the ball around a lot. He's a 3-year starter.
Dakota Fulton.
And he's just a guy that's going to get the ball in the right places. The running back, number 1, is a lot like D'Angelo Jones. He's thick. He's a power runner, not a breakaway threat. The best player on the field tonight may be number 7 for them, who is I understand, a Stanford commit. That tells you 2 things.
He's an brains.
Outstanding athlete, and he's academically he must be very well.
That's Chance Warren.
Yeah, and
5'11", 175.
We saw him last year. He made several plays, but he's the guy that they're going to get to. Other than that, they're going to spread it around, but look for number 7 to make most of the plays for Enterprise tonight.
As always, picture-perfect analysis by our color analyst, Chip Powell. Let's take it down to our Steak & Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett, who's walking on the field with tonight's captains.
All right, guys, we're headed out to the coin toss.
Josh Jones, Caleb Ellender, Rodney Thompson, and D'Angelo Jones, captains for tonight for Prattville.
For Enterprise, we've got number 65.
Gabe Danford, offensive lineman.
Number 58.
Noah Shattuck.
And number 92.
Number 92.
Jay Hensley, a defensive lineman.
The meat package for the captains for Enterprise tonight. See if we can get. There we go.
Problem with somebody on your team, we expect you guys to step up and take charge of it for me, okay? That way we don't have any flags on the ground for something.
Get closer,
take
Donnie.
Care of and handle yourselves. All right. All right, Prattville, you are the visiting team. You will call the toss. I'll flip the coin in the air. If I drop it on the ground, we will flip it again. There is tails, heads, tails. What do you choose to call?
This is my favorite part of the game.
He calls what? He calls tails. It is tails. You have won the toss.
We've won every toss.
That's right.
You want to defer?
It's the Prattville way.
Hey, Prattville has won the toss. Elected to defer. I just got punched by the referee.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It's because you had the microphone right in his grill the whole time.
Hey, you know what? I do. I've been studying up for this game. I've done my homework, as Will said. And, Chip, I've got some history that we're going to go back and talk about throughout the night. Allen Evans.
Oh, yeah, man.
Phil Hooks. Jim Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Just some of these guys that you and I played against at Pratt. And I've gone back and I've looked. And the games that me, you, Pratt, and Milzer have all played against the Enterprise. And I've got scores and some highlights. But there's one guy from Enterprise that's probably not going to hurt us tonight. The guy that basically killed us last year, Marcus Jones.
Oh, yeah. Where did he go?
Troy.
Well, he committed to Purdue.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Mama said, that's too far.
Yeah, I understand that, too.
And he is now at Troy.
That's a better place anyway.
Donnie, what's that banner say over there?
So, we're
behind you.
Where am I?
It's on your 6.
Uh-oh.
2017. The year the Wildcats, I can't read the rest, go extinct. Hayden Anderson with the eagle eyes.
Yeah.
There you go.
The year the Wildcats go extinct.
Well,
they finally got to sign up all the way tonight.
Yeah.
Look how tall that sucker is. It's almost as tall as the goalposts.
I know, it's amazing.
I'm going to tell you what, that may be the biggest Wildcat I've ever seen down there.
And it's bipedal. You know, that's the impressive thing about it, and it has some kind of gas emanating from betwixt its legs.
He looks like he's on fire.
It looks like he might be on fire.
Yeah.
Although it is a recyclable run through, it is fairly impressive for Enterprise tonight. Prattville comes on the field in their white road jerseys and pants, Cardinal trim and numerals, Cardinal helmets and the white Power P as Enterprise comes onto the field in their home gray jerseys and pants with blue trim, white numerals on the jersey and on the navy blue helmets. Very similar to Georgia Southern's look. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Radio Network. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake silent reporter, Donnie Burnett, for the weather update.
81 degrees. Unbelievable. Winds out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour, 50% humidity. What a beautiful night for high school football.
And a picture-perfect night for high school football is an all-too-real contrast to what our neighbors to the south are experiencing and bracing for as Irma turns its way up the Florida Peninsula. Thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected by the storm and is going to be affected. It's going to be something that lasts for a long time. So blessed to live where we are, kind of out of the wrath right now, but those folks down in Miami, South Florida area, we've been down there before, bracing for the worst right now. So our thoughts and prayers are with them tonight, and it's time for some high school football.
Yeah, and let me offer my house. You know, I'm an empty nester now. My house has 2 bedrooms open, 3 bedrooms open. If anybody needs shelter from that, I got room for you, man. You know.
There you heard it. If you're listening, if you're coming in from South Florida, you heard it right here.
Yeah.
Chip may not be there, but his house will.
All right, the Lions are set to kick this one off, going from our left to our right here at Enterprise High School, Wildcats Stadium. The Lions chose once again to be indifferent. They will take the ball in the second half.
That is so confusing.
I know it is. That's why I do it for you. Tylen Pirine,
you know,
the most chiseled kicker in all of 7A football, prepares to kick this one away. Makes his official count. He's got what he likes. And this kick is up and away, and we are underway at Enterprise High School. This ball is going to sail into the end zone, automatic touchback for the Wildcats as they take over at their own 20-yard line to start the game. Going to be an interesting set for Prattville tonight as Chris Bozeman is out of the game with a shoulder injury. TJ Williams steps in his place tonight. The senior, 5'10", 230-pound lineman is going to have his work cut out for him. He's got big shoes to fill with number 90 on the bench tonight, nursing a shoulder.
No doubt about that. And we got to talk about, when we get a chance, all the guys that have been from Prattville or coached at Prattville that's on this Enterprise coaching staff, too, when we get a chance.
Enterprise loads up the shotgun, hands off on first down, and meets P.J. Lucas in the backfield. Almost shakes it off. Ball comes loose. And did Prattville recover it?
No,
they did not. The running back, number 1, Trey Robinson, falls back on the football, but P.J. Lucas met him 3 yards in the backfield and took him to the ground. A loss of, well, they're going to spot him back at the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Kind of reminds you of last year, the Auburn Texas A&M game. What do? Run it to Miles Garrett first play. They run to P.J. Lucas. Look what happens. Fumbles on both plays.
Second down, 10, and this ball is going to be stopped dead before it gets off. Just underway here at Wildcat Stadium. No score between the Enterprise Wildcats and our visiting Prattville Lions. Second down and 10. Now from the 20, their own 20 go the Wildcats. Fulton loads up the shotgun, puts 3 receivers to the far side of the field and rolls to that far side. Pitches out to Robinson. This time Robinson met in the backfield and dropped by number 6. Josh Jones, I believe.
Wow, fantastic play by Josh Jones. He came up from his outside linebacker spot. Perfect, kept contained, made the tackle. Boy, great way to start this game here. Got to keep an eye on number 7, Warren. He's your far wide receiver. We've got Brandon Butts, man-to-man coverage on him. That's where they'll be going. You can bet right here.
3rd and 13 for the Wildcats. They're on 17-yard line now. 4 wide in the formation for Enterprise. 2 to the near, 2 to the far. And Dakota Fulton looks to the sideline. 8 on the play clock. Got what he likes now. It sets it. Play clock at 5. Gets the snap off and drops back to pass. Under some pressure, throws a screen out to Robinson. And Robinson flushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line along the Enterprise boundary. Number 7, Brandon Butts making the stop over there.
Yeah, Brandon let Chance release, and the safety took him. He was able to come up and make the play on the screen pass right there. What an outstanding job by the Prattville defense. Ryan Wilson, that defensive front right there, along with Josh Jones and then Brandon Butts. Outstanding plays right there.
Picking up where they left off from last week's shutout as they forced a 3-and-out. 4th down and about 11 yards to go at the Enterprise 19-yard line. Go the Wildcats. The punter for Enterprise is back at his own 5-yard line. Punts this one away. Wobbly spiral. Fair catch call for it at the 41-yard line, and it is caught. And Prattville will take over right there at their own 41-yard line. Turbo Buford makes the catch, and the Lions offense hits the field. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Guys, if you remember, this last year, Prattville was 3-and-out and had the punt blocked and put themselves in a hole right off the bat.
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't it like the first 3 plays were some kind of turnovers?
Pick 6 and then things you want to forget.
Marcus Jones.
So far, this has started out in a better situation.
1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 41-yard line. 10:21 to play in the opening quarter here in Enterprise, Alabama. No score so far. Prattville's opening drive finds 2 receivers to the outside of the field. Now Smith comes in motion, and Edwards keeps it up the middle. He's got a little room across the 50 down to the 47 of Enterprise. That'll move the chains. 11-yard pickup for Trey Edwards.
Well, we just spread them out as far as we could, and Trey just took it up the middle. And outstanding job by Erlander and that offensive front up there, opening up huge hole there.
1st and 10 for the Lions. Ball at the Enterprise 46-yard line. Trey Edwards, 4 receivers in the set, gives this one to D'Angelo Jones up the middle. He's got room, skirts it out across the 45 down to the 41-yard line. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on 1st down.
Well, another hole, this time on the left side, opened up by Joshua Short and also Erlander again. I meant to say before, Connor Suggs had really opened up that hole, also with C.J. Harris as well.
That's a big right side over there. 2nd down and 5 for the Lions at the Wildcat 41-yard line. Trey Edwards, shotgun snap. Keeps it from Jones and gets around the right side. He's got room to the 30. Edwards in the open field at 20. Along the sideline, out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And scares the cheerleaders half to death over there. But picks up the 1st down all the way down to the Enterprise 15-yard line.
All right, just a little zone read. He pulled it right at the last minute and took off. Boy, outstanding play. You can just see the development of Trey so far.
Yes, you can.
In this game as well as last week's game. But great job so far. Prattville offense on the move.
9:23 to play, opening quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 15-yard line. Knocking on the door early here in the 1st quarter, trying to strike first. 3 receivers to the far side now, along with Jones in the backfield. Edwards takes a shotgun snap, looking for some room to run, and he won't find any. He'll be taken down at the line of scrimmage. No game on the play.
Trying to run the option back to this side toward the Prattville bench, and the Enterprise just really covered it well. And about all he could do was just eat that one. If he'd have pitched it, it'd probably been a loss and hopefully not a loose ball on the field. But he did a good job just really eating that one, setting up for the better situation here, 2nd and 10.
Malik Smith checking back in. Daniels and Washington to the far side. Petway and Smith to the near side. Now here comes Smith in motion, and Smith is going to get it around the end, trying to find some room. Enterprise strings it out, and he cuts his direction back the other way. He's going to lose yards back to the 17-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play. Enterprise saw it before, saw it developing and covered it well.
Well, you know, you can't. Malik's got to really turn that up quicker. That's a quick hit play.
Yeah.
And somebody had closed in on a gap, and he took it outside, and by that time it was too much pursuit over there. But it was a good job by Enterprise. But Malik's got to learn to turn that up quick as you can and get as much as you can. And that time we just did the wrong thing.
3rd and 12, Prattville from the Enterprise 17, throwing for the end zone, looking for Washington. And just out of the reach in the end zone, incomplete it goes. Washington had his man beat by a step, but just off the reach of his fingertips into the end zone it falls. 4th and 12 now. You would think this would be a field goal opportunity now for Pirine from the Enterprise 17-yard line, and indeed it is. Pirine comes out onto the field. This will be what will be a 34-yard attempt from the near hash mark.
Well, Marquise had him beat, like you said, a little fade route. He was open. It had to be a perfect pass, just a little outside of his fingertips there.
Ryan McDaniel takes the kneel at the 24-yard line, right on the hash mark. Snap and kick is up, and
it is.
Line drive right through the uprights. Prattville on the board with 8:07 to play in the opening quarter. Ty Pirine puts them on the board 3-zip. We're going to take a 30-second break. Prattville Line football continues after these words.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, home of the Enterprise Wildcats. Prattville strikes first on a 34-yard field goal from Ty Pirine. The Sport Clips MVP of that scoring drive was Trey Edwards on the ground with multiple runs of 10 yards or more. Put him in field goal range, and Ty Pirine did the rest. No appointment needed at Sport Clips, a precision haircut and massaging tea tree shampoo, and a legendary hot steam towel. Part of the triple play at Sport Clips in front of Target on Legends Parkway. Pirine kicks this one off short, caught to the 9-yard line and brought out, and whoa! Big time hit at the 19-yard line. Jordan Harrison, big hit.
Wow, boy, you love to see that. That's a senior safety that's coming in, making a play right there. And that's the way you like to do it, boys. A beautiful high kick, great coverage.
Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett, for further analysis.
Man, that hurt my teeth over here. That was that's textbook open field tackle.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10, Enterprise now from their own 19-yard line, trailing our lines 3-zip. 8:07 to play in the opening quarter. Here's a give to Robinson right up the middle. He's going to get out to the 25-yard line. 6-yard pickup on the play. That time found a little bit of daylight in a crease in the middle.
Trey Thompson coming up from his free safety spot. I tell you what, I really like the play of Trey Thompson. He's just a sophomore. You're talking about a guy that's going to be a big-time player. I mean, he has made plays this year already. That was an outstanding one there. He's going to be a big-time player.
Here's 2nd and 5 from the 25, and it gives Robinson again going around the right side and finding no room. He's going to lose some yardage right there back at the 22-yard line, maybe the 21.
I know Josh Jones was there, and also 55 Jaron Fields was there, as well as Rodney Thompson, but they just kind of shut that down. Great job right there.
Number 91, Jason McKeithen, checks in the ball game now. Again, platooning work right now to replace Chris Bozeman out there. 91 McKeithen, a junior, 6'1", 245 pounds. Have to plug that middle tonight. 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats back at the 21-yard line. McKeithen on a rush. Fulton shakes out of it, trying to get in the open field across the 20. Misses a tackle at the 30, 35, and out of bounds right there. Boy, had a chance to put him down. Did Josh Jones, but Fulton shook him and got out to the 35-yard line for a first down for the Wildcats.
Wow, we had a chance, and what happened, our defender came up just out of control. You've got to break down, and, he was just flying to the ball. You got to break down and get under control to make that tackle, and he was just unfortunate there, picked up the first down.
1st and 10 Wildcats, so they're on 35, and here's a pitch to Robinson. Almost lost it, but he picks it back up and drops at the 32-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play. Trying to test the non-P.J. Lucas side, not having no luck there either.
Yeah, Rodney Thompson, also Brandon Butts on the tackle. Boy, that's Enterprise just really hasn't had any success anywhere except for that run there, and we were out of control, and hopefully we can settle down and break down and make some open field tackles.
It's going to be 2nd and 14 back at the 31-yard line of Enterprise. 6:20 to play opening quarter. Prattville up 3-zip here on the road in Wildcat Stadium. Fulton loads a shotgun once again, and this time he wants to pass it. Going deep, testing Brandon Butts down there, and Butts in his hip pocket, incomplete. Great coverage by Brandon Butts. Falls incomplete at the Prattville 35-yard line.
Well, we knew they were going to go to Warren, and he's their go-to guy. Brandon Butts was right there, but the ball actually hit Warren in the hands, and he dropped it. Brandon was there, didn't get his head turned around completely when the ball got there, but he was right there, and it did enough to bother Warren to drop the ball. So he was a good job by Brandon Butts, getting more and more impressed by his coverage every week.
Talked to his dad before the game. I'll share some more of that with you here in a minute. But 3rd and 14 for the Wildcats at their own 31-yard line. 6:08 to play. Opening quarter, 3-zip in favor of the Lions. Here's Fulton. He wants to pass. He's under some pressure. Steps out of it. Now throws into the flats. He's got a man complete at the 40-yard line to the 45 in the open field. 50, 45, 40. One man to beat. Won't beat him. Down to the 30-yard line of Prattville. Big third down conversion for the Wildcats. And they're in Prattville territory at the 30-yard line.
Well, the good thing you can say about that is we did make a touchdown saving tackle. We didn't see that against Wetumpka, so you did have a guy come make a play. But we still missed an opportunity to bring up 4th down with just out of control. You're not breaking down and making. That's just fundamental football. We've got to learn to break down and make the tackle.
We've got a timeout on the field. And we're going to take a 30-second break as well. Timeout, 5:51 to play. Opening quarter, Prattville on top, 3-zip. Lions football continues in 30 seconds.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Welcome back to Enterprise, Alabama, Wildcat Stadium, home of the Enterprise Wildcats. Big crowd on hand tonight for this regional tilt between the Prattville Lions and the homestanding Enterprise Wildcats. Prattville on top, 3-zip, courtesy of a 34-yard top Huron field goal with 5:51 to play in the opening quarter. But Enterprise, on a big third down conversion, has moved down to the Prattville 30-yard line. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett.
Guys, the 2 big plays that Enterprise has had, as Chip said, we lost containment. PJ lost it because you got your guy rushing, so I don't know who has containment, but they weren't there when the quarterback scrambled. So you got no containment here, and then the little dump pass over here on the side on the last play that resulted in a bunch of yards. So we got to shore up that containment area.
Play getting ready to resume here.
I do want to say we are without head of security. I hope we're going to be okay.
Well, we have Chris Britton tonight as acting chief of security.
Well, he's down there. What good is he going to do down there?
He said he has a better view from down there.
Kilo would be right here by our side.
1st and 10, Enterprise from the Prattville 30-yard line. 5:51 opening quarter. Fulton wants to pass again. Steps up, delivers it complete to the 19-yard line, and tackled immediately on a jarring hit.
Brandon Butts
again.
That was an unusual play. They did a kind of stop and go, and he pumped the stop. There was not a defender there. We were playing a deep third zone, so after he did the stop and the pump fake, he took off downfield, and our guy was still cushioned back behind him. So really a good play for both teams there, because a lot of times that is the play that'll fool you and go for a touchdown.
1st and 10 Wildcats at the Prattville 19-yard line. And here's Fulton. He's going to keep it this time and try to get around the outside. Flag on the field at the line of scrimmage. 2 flags, as a matter of fact. And a big tackle in the backfield for a loss back to the 21-yard line. Number 3, Turbo Buford, turned Fulton up on his head. We'll wait and see what these flags are. But apparently 2 officials saw the same thing, and we'll see what the flag is.
Got to be a hold. I didn't see P.J. Lucas anywhere near the ball, so
it had to be.
Got to be a hold. and 2 officials saw it, so it must have been a real good one.
Must have been an oblivious. I mean, obvious.
That's right.
I think you have 2 separate penalties here.
And that's why our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, is Johnny on the spot down there.
Right.
Jaron Fields checking into the game now along that front for Prattville as they start marching this off against the Wildcats.
Well, the one thing I do see tonight is we're very, very physical.
So what we had a chop block, which we declined, and took the holding penalty, which is 10 from the spot of the foul. So
Marks Enterprise all the way back to the 40-yard line of Prattville. That's a 21-yard penalty.
So when you chop block and you hold PJ, you can keep him from making the tackle.
That's true. That's true, and that's a good sound philosophy against PJ. We'll see if it pays off for him.
But what I like about
bold strategy.
What we've seen tonight is just physical hits. Earlier, we saw number 18, Joshua Harrison on the kickoff.
Jordan Harrison.
Yeah, that's right, Jordan Harrison. And just then was Turbo Buford from his corner spot came up and really laid a lick on the quarterback.
Joshua Andrews checking in the ball game now. He's going to give Eddie Brown a breather. First and about 40. First and about 40 for the Wildcats at the Prattville 40-yard line.
Will, what's your
make it 30?
We should
make it
ask
30.
Donnie. What's Donnie's favorite 1st and 40 play?
1st and 30. My bad. I can't count the hash marks.
I kind of like screen pass.
Screen pass. Let's see if it happens here. Good idea.
I like a backside George reverse right here. 1st and 30 from the 40.
Like somebody depended on it.
Like your life depended on it.
Yeah, there you go. I forgot what that was.
Enterprise bobbles a snap. Fulton picks it back up, delivers it out into flat, skips it out to his intended receiver, Marcus Mourning. Incomplete it goes. 2nd down and 30 now coming up, and that was near disaster for the Wildcats.
He wasn't even looking. I don't know how he even caught the ball. He did bobble it, but he wasn't even looking when it snapped. A lot of that has to do with that Prattville band right there playing. They can't hear. The quarterback couldn't hear the center couldn't hear the snap count, but then Turbo Buford had excellent coverage out here. P.J. Lucas put the heat on him.
2nd and 30 for Enterprise from the Lions' 40-yard line. Fulton wants to pass, steps up, and throws it again. Complete this time on the ground immediately is Mourning at the Prattville 31-yard line. A 9-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and 21 with 4:50 to play in the opening quarter. Prattville leads 3-zip. 34-yard Tylen P. Ryan field goal is the difference at this point.
I like the strategy we're doing. We're doing showing a little man, little zone. That time we were in 3rd deep. Maybe just a tad too much cushion there by Turbo, but I like to keep them underneath. It is 3rd and 20-something.
3rd and 22
and this
for
is
the Wildcats.
This is the scary down for Prattville.
Ball's at the Prattville 32-yard line. Fulton with Robinson to his left. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. And he's looking to the near side where the lone receiver sits. A hand on Fulton. He throws for the end zone. He's got Mourning down there, and Mourning makes the catch. Mourning makes the catch. Touchdown, Wildcats.
I think you were right, Donnie. That was a scary play.
All kind of traffic. Got that ball off. And it's just a jump ball between Buford and Mourning comes down with it.
Yeah, they had trips to the other side, so they set up man-to-man coverage. P.J. got a hand on him. He was able to squirt loose and was able to throw the perfect ball. And Turbo was there. He just got didn't get his head turned around. A touchdown for the Wildcats.
On for the point after. It's up, and with 4:09 to play in the opening quarter, Enterprise has answered back. They take a 7-3 lead over our Prattville Lions. We're going to break away for 30 seconds. 4:09 to play the opening quarter. Enterprise 7, Prattville 3. Lions football continues in 1 minute.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 4:09 to play in the opening quarter. Enterprise answers Prattville's initial score with a score of their own. They lead 7-3 right now. As they set to kick off from our right to our left. I want to say a special shout out to my good friend Keith Cantrell, and his wife Angela Cantrell, who are driving back from Birmingham listening to the Prattville Lions radio network tonight. Thank you guys for listening. We love you guys. Angela, stay on the mend. Hearts and prayers go out with you guys tonight. Safe travels on the way home, and thanks for listening to the broadcast. Of course, Keith Cantrell, one of the head cheeses at the Prattville YMCA, one of our great sponsors of Prattville Lions football. This kick is up and away. It's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. Prattville will get the ball at their own 20-yard line. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Guys, I don't know what it is on a 3rd and 20+.
Kiss of death.
But, wow, we can't find the right antidote, I guess is the word I'm looking for. What is it we need to do? He was in great position.
He was there.
Looked like he just mistimed his jump, didn't get his hands up.
Well, it was obvious where they were going with it because they had trips to one side and they had him in single coverage with Warren on the backside with the trips. So, you're taking all your safety help over there. They were just going to challenge Turbo, and that time they won it.
1st and 10 Lions on their own 20-yard line. Edwards wants to throw deep on 1st down, looking for Washington. Washington just off his fingertips once again at the 50-yard line. Boy, that pass is so close to being connected on.
Man, that's then 2 right there that just, like you said, right across his fingertips. And just Trey can take a half inch off that thing. We'd have 2 really, really good completions for long yardage, one for a touchdown earlier.
7-3 your score. Enterprise on top, 4:02 to play here. Opening quarter on the road at Wildcat Stadium. Edwards hands this one off to Jones. Jones bounces to the outside, gets across the 25, and can't shake off another tackle at the 30-yard line. Flags down at the 22.
If that's a hold, they called it way, way late.
Jones ran for a 1st down out to the 32-yard line. We'll see if it stands. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, on the sideline.
That is, well, I mean, he made the call, but.
I thought it was a hold by us, but it was thrown way late. It was almost like he's going to see if we
you don't
make yardage.
You don't call that if you don't call the holding on the receiver running down the sideline, especially when he's already 15 yards past the play.
Well, the 1st down run by D'Angelo Jones negated by the hold, and it marks Prattville all the way back to their own 13-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 17 for the Lions. 3:50 to play in the opening quarter. Clock on the move. Edwards loads up the shotgun, sends Malik Smith in motion, drops back to pass, now fires it back to Washington at the 20-yard line, trying to get in the open field. Spins off a tackler, spins off another out to the 26-yard line. He'll get 13 yards right there and close to a 1st down. It's going to be about 3 yards shy. Sets up a manageable 3rd down opportunity for the Lions. Ball spotted between the 26 and 27-yard line. It's 3rd down and a long 3 for the Lions.
Yeah, that little bubble screen they throw to wide receivers, Marquise and Malik, both those guys can make people miss. And I tell you what, that was an outstanding move to pick up that yardage there.
Edwards from the shotgun, hands it off to Jones. Jones trying to get to that 1st down. He'll have it in more. 30, 35. Jones, 40. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line of Prattville. They're going to mark him at the 43. Well, D'Angelo Jones breaking it off in chunks tonight. That's another 16 yards for D'Angelo Jones and a Prattville Lions 1st down.
Well, good job right there leading them around was Connor Suggs that opened up the hole right there for D'Angelo and got a good block on the defensive end there.
2:50 to play opening quarter. Enterprise 7, Prattville 3. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 43-yard line. Trey Edwards is going to go stack on the right side and send Washington now in motion to the left. Sets up trips to the far side. Petway alone by himself on the Smith on the near side. And mashed in the backfield. Big-time sack taken by Trey Edwards back at the 34-yard line. Didn't see it coming. Came unblocked, and a big hit on Trey Edwards. But he's up.
Well, he didn't like what he. I think he wanted his first read, whatever it was. He wasn't going to go to, but Marquise was wide open in the flats, and I think they were looking for a little slant, short slant, and it was well covered. But he didn't see Marquise. Took a little too much time. Backside got to him.
2nd and 18 for the Lions back at their own 34-yard line. Edwards with a snap again, high snap, pulls it down, gives it to Jones, and Jones battles through the middle back to the 39-yard line. He'll pick up about 5 yards and set up a 3rd down and 13 for the Lions. Maybe one big 3rd down deserves another right here. Probably can get off the 3rd down conversion problem they've had so far tonight. Convert this one right here and keep on the field.
Well, this is generally Ryan McDaniel time. We hadn't seen the ball thrown to him or Trey Petway, so let's look for those guys maybe to touch the ball here.
The line to make is the Enterprise 47-yard line. 3rd and 13. Almost 14 for the Lions, just inside their own 40-yard line. Edwards cross back to pass. Now throws it back to Washington. Washington has a little crease in the 45 to the 50, across the 50, down to the 49-yard line. He'll be about 2 yards shy of the yards he needs for the first down. Well, let's see what the Lions elect to do here on 4th down and a long 2 from just inside the 50 of it on Enterprise's side of the field. They will elect to punt. Pirine comes on out. Under a minute to play here in the opening quarter, 50 seconds, and clock still on the move. Pirine heels down at his own 35-yard line. The Enterprise return man back inside his own 20.
And Enterprise set up in their normal defense, really, with the exception of the deep receiver.
Pirine gets off a nice high spiral. It drives the return man back to the 5-yard line. He tried to catch that ball, and he downs it at the 2-yard line. What a punt by Ty Pirine. Awesome. 50-yard punt.
Gavin Edwards, a senior safety, made the stop on the 1-yard line by keeping the ball from going in the end zone there. So that was a great job by Gavin there.
Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett.
Man, that ball got up way above the lights.
In the stratosphere.
Outstanding punt. Gavin Edwards doing his job, kept the ball from going in the end zone. Danny Ryan needs to know, how far was the punt, Will?
That was 50. 48 yards.
How many?
It was from the ball was line of scrimmage was 50, kicked it to the 2. That's 48.
We're going to call it a 48-yard punt.
And I do see that Jordan Harrison has replaced our corner, Turbo Buford. Give him a shot at it here.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 2-yard line with 25 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Enterprise 7, Prattville 3 here on the road. Regional opener for both teams.
Defensive front, P.J. Lucas, T.J. Williams, and also Jaron Fields and Rodney Thompson is the front 4 for Prattville. Linebackers, while we have a chance, are number 40, Mason Taylor. Also Eddie Brown. And
Trey Thompson.
Trey Thompson is he's kind of been playing a little hybrid. Josh Jones is your other linebacker, but Trey Thompson is really your safety that comes down almost like a linebacker. Very aggressive, good open field tackler, but he's got enough speed to get deep as well for that coverage where he's lining up now.
Enterprise from their own 2. Fulton wants to pass out of the back of his own end zone, fires it incomplete at the 1-yard line. With 45 seconds left on the game clock in the first quarter.
I thought that thing said 52 minutes up there. I'm thinking it's going to take forever to get out of this quarter.
Yeah, they got tents up there. It's pretty interesting. It's a great stadium here. Jumbotron over in one corner, big scoreboard in the other. The Mark Goodson All-State Good Hands field goal nets are up.
Speaking of, we had a penalty somewhere? Of course.
A penalty?
Yeah, let's see what it was.
Apparently it's a big penalty because they're marking it off 15 yards.
Wow.
Out to the 17-yard line. Like to know what that was.
I mean, the flag was in the end zone. Was it a late hit?
Might have been roughing the passer, maybe.
Has to be. Where it's at.
1st and 10 Enterprise now at their own 17-yard line. Snap, give to Robinson. Robinson across the 20 to the 24 to the 24-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Robinson. Enterprise finding some holes in this Prattville defense on the last 2 drives.
Look like Josh Jones on the tackle as well as Quan Jones from his safety spot.
Under 20 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Enterprise 7, Prattville 3. Second and 3 for the Wildcats.
I've just been told it was a roughing the passer, a hit in the head.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
So, I mean, you
got to watch that.
It's 7A football.
They're tough on that now.
Yeah. Those head things, man, they're tough.
That's the end of the first quarter. Won't get the second down playoff. Your score, Prattville 3, Enterprise 7 here at Wildcat Stadium. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Second quarter about to get underway here. After one quarter play, your score is Enterprise 7, Prattville 3. I wish it was Prattville 7, Enterprise 3. But hey, because you're listening to Lions football and you're a fan of this team, you can Extreme Bowl at Bama Lanes in Prattville tonight for half price. Extreme Bowling happens every Friday and Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The normal cost, including unlimited bowling and street rentals, $10. But this week's Bama Lanes secret phrase, you can Extreme Bowl for $5. That's half price when you sign in, but you got to tell them the secret phrase. And this week's secret phrase is Enterprise. We'll pick you up. The great folks at Steak and Shake sponsor our sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett, week in, week out. Weather updates, live in-game analysis from the sideline, injury updates. It all comes from our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, and there's not a better one in the biz. And let's go down to him right now.
Wow, thank you. And speaking of Steak and Shake, guess what I had last night after the junior high victory?
A Frosted Flake milkshake.
Nope.
2nd and 3 here for the Wildcats. Give to Robinson across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. Going to be real close to a first down. And I believe he'll have it.
And that's Trey Thompson coming up from his safety spot. Hey, I do want to give a shout-out. Ed Hines listening to us from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, baby. Saying go Lions. He's listening to us. Hugh Holland is on his way to Clemson. He's tuning in on us as well. I told him I love the cheerleaders from Clemson, but that's it.
That's all.
War Eagle.
War Eagle, baby. Go. Big game this weekend up there.
No doubt about that.
3rd and 1 here. 3rd and just inches for the Wildcats at their own 26-yard line. Fulton's going to line up from the shotgun. Robinson right behind him. Give it to Robinson. Robinson has his first down to the 30. Rodney Thompson making the stop, but not after he had already picked up his necessary yardage.
Yeah, I tell you what, Trey Thompson came up too. A man for a sophomore, I'm telling you. Most impressive sophomore I've seen this year is right there.
Trey Thompson.
Yep. He came up from the safety spot, and that running back for them is tough. They're big and strong. He just put a lick on him.
1st and 10 Wildcats. Fulton looking to pass, has time, now throws to a wide open man at the 50, wide open at the 40, still on his feet at the 30, racing him down is Quan Jones inside the 20 down to the 14-yard line. It's just wide open right in the middle of the field. Was that big tight end?
Yeah, we've seen a weakness this year in the middle of the field in our coverage. Somebody just blew a coverage because there's no way the middle of the field has got to be that open. So apparently one safety drifted over into another zone or something, followed somebody across. But good job by the quarterback finding him.
Mason Jeffers was the man on the catch there. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Prattville 15-yard line. In some trouble here. Defense needs to stand up as Fulton hands it off to Robinson. And Robinson pulled down after a meager gain of 2 or 3 yards to the 12-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 11.
That's actually a freshman right there, Joshua McCray. And I've heard this guy is going to be the real deal. They already list him at 5'10".
You're right.
175.
He looks like Robinson out there.
Yeah, he does. But remember that name.
Yep.
He's going to be a good one. And, Enterprise has had their fair share of running backs.
Yep. That's number
over
6.
The years.
Number 6, Joshua McCray. 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats, just outside the Prattville 11-yard line. 9:52 remaining in the half. Enterprise 7, Prattville 3, and now Fulton fires it for the end zone again for Morning. And this time, tipped, batted up in the air, and caught again. Touchdown Enterprise. Unreal.
Was that Morning or Warren? I couldn't see.
I can't tell from that angle, but the same.
Yeah, it doesn't
same
matter.
Play.
He caught it, but
same kind of play, and Enterprise goes up 13-3 with a point after coming.
I believe that was Warren.
Just a,
Donnie May can tell you, but anyway, Brandon Butts was there, and he actually bumped.
Both fighting for it.
Hit the ball up in the air, and it came down in Warren's hands, and for a touchdown.
Point after's up and true. And with 9:43 to play, with a flag on the field, and we got some chippy stuff going on.
Yeah,
flags everywhere. That's not good.
That's probably going to should be on both teams, unless there was something. There was two guys getting after it there, and I don't know what it was about, but it ain't going to be good. I'll tell you that.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
P.J. Lucas was involved for Prattville. I don't know who the Enterprise.
Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett, who might can tell us a little more.
I'm still trying to figure out who caught the ball. I believe that was number 7.
Yeah, that was Warren.
But those jerseys, I don't know. I'm down here on the field, and I can't see it. I know y'all have a hard time up there where you are.
It's a gray jersey, dark gray jersey with dark blue numerals with white outlines, and hard to make it out.
You can't see them. But anyway.
Isn't that illegal?
But I will say this. When they're out there talking for a long time, it's never good.
Now, possible ejections coming?
I don't know, but
I hope not, because from what I could tell, it was 2 players, and it ought to be offsetting penalties.
It should, but you never know.
With a warning to both players. You know.
And while we're waiting, I'm going to give a shout-out. Chip, you just blew it a while ago. I'm going to give a shout-out to Kim Bonner, who just let me know that she was in that car too.
Kim Bonner?
Yeah. Kim Holland.
Okay, yeah, I know Kim Holland.
I was going to go Kim Bonner.
Well, you didn't tell me that. He just said he was on his way.
Hey, you just talk about giving a shout-out to you. I'm going with Kim.
I don't blame you. I'd rather give a shout-out to her, too.
Hey, and speaking of shout-outs, I got to give one to our crew, camera crew, John Tate Smythe up there in the hospital. Not doing very well, but he is watching and listening to the game tonight. And,
awesome, man.
Not real sure what's wrong with JT, but maybe Robert can fill us in. So get well, John Tate.
Yeah, buddy. Hang in there. Our stadium producer tonight is Stacy Mills. Tonight's studio engineering crew includes Randy Williams, Olivia Carswell, and KK Harris, who are enjoying Papa John's Pizza back in the studio. Better ingredients, better pizza. That's Papa John's.
Hey, I want to tell you, me and Milzer had to leave. You know, Milzer likes to get here about 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
But we didn't quite get there that early. But John Simmons, Country's Barbecue, called me up, said, hey, man, y'all going to come by and get something? I said, man, I really, really appreciate it, but we got to go so early. And we'd have had to hold that food for y'all. And you know.
Yeah, I was counting on it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, anyway, we didn't get it. So not because John didn't offer it, but either way, we appreciate Country's Barbecue.
9:43 left here in the opening half. Enterprise 14, Prattville 3 on back-to-back scoring drives by the Wildcats, culminating on long touchdown passes into the corner of the end zone. Well covered, but an out-of-bounds kick. And Prattville will have excellent field position to start this one up. Set at the 40.
35, 40.
30. Which is it?
40?
Which is it, Coach Donnie?
35.
I'm going to say 35. That's normally where it goes.
Yeah.
But hey, I did find out we had 2 offsetting. We had offsetting penalties.
Okay.
Yes.
On the personal fouls. Was not an ejection, but a very stern warning. So any more?
That's what should have been called.
Any more monkey business and somebody's going to take the Polar Express to Cotton Candy Land and they're over.
Oh.
Yes.
Excellent call by the officials there, keeping this game under control. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 35-yard line. Single receiver to the near side, trips to the far side, and it's a give to D'Angelo Jones up the middle, and just about squirted through, but one little ankle tackle was all that stood between him and a long run. 4-yard pickup for D'Angelo Jones.
You know,
35
so far,
out to the 39-yard line.
That offensive line has really done a good job opening up some holes and been really close to busting some long ones there.
2nd down, 6 for the Lions. Ball at the Prattville 39-yard line. Here's a give to Jones again up the middle. Jones breaking tackles and still going to speed, driving tackles.
Wow.
Takes about 6 guys to pull him down. When they finally do, he's at the Prattville 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup for D'Angelo Jones and a first down for your Prattville Lions, who trail 14-3 to the Enterprise Wildcats with 9:03 left in the opening half here in Wildcat Stadium. Regional opener for both teams tonight. A lot on the line already. First and 10 for the Lions at their own 48. Edwards loads the shotgun once again. And this time, he's going to give it to Jones. Jones tries to bounce to the outside. Nothing there, but he will pick up a couple yards out to the 50-yard line. Well, he's just a downhill runner, D'Angelo Jones. Rarely takes a hit in the backfield and tackle for loss. Rarely.
Yeah. Big, strong guy, no doubt. He is listed at 5'11", 210, just a junior. So you'll see this tandem back here next year with Trey Edwards and D'Angelo Jones.
2nd and 8 for the Lions, right at the 50-yard line stripe. 8:16 to play in the opening half. Timeout is called by the Lions, and we'll take a 30-second break with 8:10 to play in the half. Prattville 3, Enterprise 14. Lions football continues after these words.
At Sport Clips, we're always looking to enhance the sports experience. So we thought, what if we brought the game to you?
Are you ready for your hot towel?
Yeah, hit me with it. Yeah, me, over here.
I think we'll just leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise, Alabama, where the score is Enterprise 14, Prattville 3. Prattville strikes first on a 34-yard field goal from Tyler Pirine, and then Enterprise answers with 2 back-to-back touchdown drives. 2 touchdown passes into the corner of the end zone for Dakota Fulton. And that's where we are, 14-3. Enterprise, Prattville with the ball, 2nd and 8, coming out of the timeout on the 50-yard line. Trying to close this gap with 8:10 to play before the halftime. Edwards loads up the shotgun, and we had a guy jump cross sides.
32 for the Wildcats, a little antsy. Xavier Foster said he was going to jump across the line and get a cross sides call.
Clap snap gets him every time.
Yep. He told us, I saw him yell at his coach saying it was not cross sides, coach.
Yeah.
But he said, yeah, it was.
It definitely was. You was cross sides.
Yep.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 3 for the Lions at the Enterprise 45-yard line. Lions looking to get back on the scoreboard here. They struck first. Need to strike again. Edwards looking for it deep again. He got a man down there, tangled up with his receiver.
He got it.
And he did make the catch.
Yes, sir.
Makes the catch.
Petway.
Petway at the 15-yard line of Enterprise. They got these cornerbacks beat. You just got to make that connection. They finally make the connection, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Lions.
I don't know if you should have called interference, but you definitely called holding.
Yeah.
Good night. He wouldn't even let him off the line.
How they didn't call that, I have no idea.
I don't either. But
Maybe it's because he caught it and they just let it go.
Yeah.
I know why, but anyway.
What a great catch by Petway, though.
1st and 10 to the 15, going for Petway again in the corner of the end zone. This time, knocked away at the pylon. Incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 15-yard line. Excellent opportunity to close this gap. They trail 14-3 at the moment to the Wildcats of Enterprise.
Good to see Petway getting thrown to twice in a row right there and almost coming down with that one in the end zone.
Lions lined it up again. 2nd and 10 from the Enterprise 15. Edwards is going to give it to Jones. Jones up the middle, fighting off tacklers. He's inside the 10. He's down to the 9-yard line, and he is just a bull through there. And he is inside the 10-yard line to the 9. A 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 4 for the Lions at the Enterprise 9-yard line.
Here's a big play for Prattville here. We got to score 6 on this drive here.
Got to have 6.
We can't settle for 3.
Well, we got to have 7.
Got to have
7.
Got to have it.
7:20 to play in the second quarter. 14-3 Enterprise. 3rd and 5 Prattville from just inside the 10-yard line. And Edwards is going to keep this. He's got the 10. He's got the 5. Edwards spins down to the 4-yard line. I believe he will have a first down.
Yes.
1st and goal for the Lions. 6-yard pickup by Trey Edwards. Moves, has to give him 7 yards down to the 3-yard line. First and goal lines at the Enterprise 3. Knocking on the door here with 7:10 to play in the second quarter. Trailing 14-3. Golden opportunity to narrow this margin to one score as we go under 7 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Huge crowd tonight at Wildcat Stadium for this regional opener between these two teams. Edwards from the shotgun sends Smith in motion, and this time Edwards is going to keep it again, and he trips on his way into the end zone and falls down at the 2-yard line. Second and goal now, ball at the Enterprise 2. Well, if Edwards can keep his feet, he might have 6 right there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Just a good play by the defensive front for Enterprise. Donnie, when you get a chance, check on Pratt Bedwell. I saw him a little bit before the game. He was a little under the weather, like his back was hurting, or maybe he's just getting old. I don't know. But I am concerned.
From just outside the 2-yard line of Enterprise, go to the line. Second and goal. Edwards, shotgun snap. Gives to Jones. Jones bounces outside, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. From 3 yards out, D'Angelo Jones puts Prattville on the board once again tonight. It's 14-9 in favor of the Wildcats with 6:03 to play in the second quarter. Tylen Pirine on for the point after. Great drive.
Boy, we
by the
needed
Lions.
that one. No doubt about it. Now we got to come back and play a little defense here. Boy, you just think about that personal foul we got when they were on the 2-yard line. How big a play that was, and man, we got to eliminate those mistakes.
A couple more scores will erase that memory.
Yes.
Pirine up, McDaniel hold, kick up. It is
no good.
Shanked, no good, no good. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Your Sport Clip's most valuable play of the scoring drive was a 40-yard pass play from Trey Edwards to Trey Petway. Set up a scoring drive. D'Angelo Jones puts it in from 3 yards out. No point needed to Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and a legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville for a target on Legends Parkway. 14-9 your score now. Prattville closes it to 5 points. Trailing Enterprise 14-9 as Ty Pirine sets to kick this one away. Going from our right to our left for you folks listening at home and on the Prattville Live YouTube channel. And he kicks this one out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So Enterprise will take over at their own 35. That ball almost bounced back in. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett.
That was a shank if you were playing golf.
Yes.
Remember the Central Phoenix City kick last year when everybody got crazy? That's what those composite leather balls do when you don't hit them exactly right. And anyway, hey, somebody earned a haircut on that last trip there, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
All right.
Yes, they did.
That is outstanding. Hey, and speaking of outstanding, I got to give 2 quick shout-outs right now. One to the Prattville High School freshmen for their big win over Wetumpka Tuesday night, and to the Prattville Junior High 8th graders for their big win over Phoenix City last night.
Right there. That
awesome.
Is really good.
First and 10, Enterprise from their own 35, and here's Robinson with the carry, or is that McCrary? Flag on the play at the 40-yard line, and he gets all the way out to the 43 before he's pushed out of bounds. About an 8-yard pickup, but let's see if this one's going to come out the other way.
Yeah, generally that's a hold on the wide receiver.
You got holding.
But we'll see.
Let's see. I could be wrong. I have been.
Yeah, it is holding on the wide receiver.
Holding on the wide out, clearly an illegal thing to do in high school football.
I wonder if the wide receiver actually knows that.
Well,
or was he told just
why would you do it if you know it's illegal?
That's true.
I mean, that's a coaching thing, Chip.
Yep.
You got to tell the players what is a penalty and what is not a penalty.
Well, he knows now. So
learn the hard way.
Yeah.
That's the school of hard penalties.
Yeah.
Let's have a heat timeout.
Yeah.
We got a heat timeout.
It's like 73 degrees right now.
Well, speaking of 73, let's take a 30. 30-second timeout here on the Prattville Lions Radio Network. We'll continue after these words.
Chip and Mills are here at one of our favorite eating places, Country's Barbecue. I'm about to tackle this month's special, the $2 off the chef salad piled high with your choice of smoked meats and all the salad fixings. What about you, Milner?
Chip, I didn't get a body like this eating salad, so I'm going with Larry's Special. 7 ounces of delicious beef tenderloin with fresh cut fries and some of that great mason jar tea.
Milner, it don't matter. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu at Country's Barbecue.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, home of the Enterprise Wildcats, as our Lions have taken to the road tonight for a regional opener against the Enterprise Wildcats. Your score with 5:52 to play in the second quarter is 14-9 in favor of the Wildcats. Prattville strikes first with a field goal. Wildcats answer back with 2 touchdowns, and then Prattville answers back with a touchdown of their own. Missed the extra point, and here we are, 14-9, with just under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Got to be pleased with the defense for the most part, Chip, and the offensive production has been good as well.
Yeah, we just got to learn how to play those fades a little bit better, get our heads turned around. Our corners were right there on both plays, just outstanding catches by the wide receivers. 2 different receivers made those catches for the touchdowns, and you got to give the credit to the Enterprise quarterback, just excellent throws as well. But did get a text from City Councilman Marcus Jackson. You're dead on, man. I mean, what an outstanding answer to that question about Pratt Bedwell. Thank you.
I'm just going to tell you, I have a Bedwell sighting right now. He has taken his jacket off.
My goodness.
Something is
the
up.
Jacket is off.
He might, a fever?
He might be warming up.
Might be scarlet fever.
Yeah.
Get that man checked out. 1st and 15 for the Wildcats at their own 30-yard line after the holding penalty. 14-9 in favor of the Wildcats at the moment. And Fulton's going to keep this one, and he's going to squirt ahead out to the 39-yard line. Ball comes loose. They say the ground calls a fumble.
Him down. Yeah.
Ground calls a fumble. He's back.
They're going to call him down.
And he gets up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he's down.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 9-yard gain on the play for Fulton. Brings up 2nd down at 6 for the Wildcats at their own 39-yard line. Clock on the move. 5:20 to play before the half. 14-9 Enterprise on top. Fulton from the shotgun loads it up and keeps it again. This time he'll have not quite as much room as he'll get out to the 43-yard line. Inching ever so closer to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go at the 43. The line to make is the 45.
Believe it or not, this is a more favorable 3rd down opportunity for us.
This is a little more predictable.
You know, 3rd and 2.
I love 3rd and 2 better than 3rd and 22.
Yeah.
As we see Josh Jones checking in the game.
Ooh, back up. There we go.
Dakota Fulton from the shotgun, and we jumped.
Well, we're pointing. They threw it this way, but let's see.
Let's see what it is. Could go either way.
They're discussing it.
Fingers being pointed both ways.
They're going to go against the Enterprise. Nope. They turned around.
Yeah, they got us. But anyway, Coach Shook is trying to get an explanation, and he's not going to get it. But guess what? It's 1st down Enterprise.
1st and 10 Enterprise after we jump cross-sides at the Enterprise 49-yard line. 4:24 to play before the half. 14-9 Enterprise on top. Dakota Fulton having some success here in the opening half against our Lions defense. Here he is again wanting the pass, throwing it deep.
Another fade.
This one's going to go out of bounds.
Oh.
Nearly intercepted by Brandon Butts over there. Goes incomplete at the 15-yard line. I don't know if they're going to make that completion again tonight.
Well, listen, our corners, that time Brandon got his head turned around, almost picked it off, but they've been in their hip pocket, and it's just been really, really good throws. That was another good throw there. Just Brandon made the play that time.
2nd and 10.
Has nothing to do with the fact that they've got us by about 8 inches over there, too.
Yeah, that's right.
2nd and 10 Enterprise from just outside their own 48-yard line. And now Fulton wants to keep it again, tries to get on the right side.
Cow.
And he is smacked at the 47-yard line.
They tackled PJ, and they caught that.
And there is a hold on it.
I called that one from over here. I think he heard me and he threw the flag.
Actually, it wasn't PJ. I think it was
Fields.
Fields, yeah.
Yeah,
Fields.
They're going to decline.
Got held, but
they're going to decline this penalty. It's going to be third down and about 13.
Yeah, I'm not going to like any more third downs because that last one was expensive.
Yes, it was. Very costly. They're going to spot him back at their original line. Oh, come on.
When you see our defensive lineman with his back to the ball as he runs around him and he stays there.
He's not meaning to do that.
Yeah, he's not trying to back up into the running back.
Although
that was an easy call there.
3rd and 11 now. Ball at the 40, just inside the 48-yard line. Here's Fulton again, wanting to pass. Lucas giving pressure.
We got it.
And this ball is knocked away by Quan Jones at the 26-yard line. And possible punting situation here for the Wildcats on 4th and 11 at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that time we fooled them. They thought we were in man, and we were in a deep zone, and Quan was right there, almost picked it off, but he was going against Warren. They both went up high. Quan knocked it away. Great job by the defense there.
Turbo Buford and Trey Thompson deep to receive this punt from Enterprise back at their own 15-yard line. Enterprise punter heels down to his own 33. And they break into their punt formation here. Wait the snap. It is away. Buford looking for it, and it rolls inside the 5-yard line. And Enterprise is going to down it at the 4. A great punt by Enterprise. Puts Prattville inside their own 5 to start the drive.
That time Turbo just lost it, but it still would have been about the 10-yard line.
3:15 to play in the opening half. Your score, Prattville 14, Enterprise 14, Prattville 9. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie.
Because a dark ball, and of course I'm going to say this, I'm going to sound real philosophical, and it's dark above the lights.
Yeah, it is.
We never saw that ball.
And the higher above the lights you get, the darker
it gets. And listen, it landed on the 8.
Yeah,
so
it was a great punt.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we never saw it.
1st and 10 Lions at the 3, their own 3. And here's a give to D'Angelo Jones up the middle. He's going to give us a little bit of running room.
Wow.
A little breathing room out to the 12. Still driving
his
feet. 15. He's loose. He's out to the 20-yard line. Second tacklers. What a run by D'Angelo Jones out to the 25-yard line. He is an animal. A 22-yard gain, and 21 of it, he was dragging people with him.
That was as good a run as you're going to see in high school football right there.
Oh, my goodness.
Without being a touchdown.
Wow. He is humbling that defensive front of Enterprise.
Yeah, I'm screaming blow the whistle because I don't want to see anybody get hurt, and his cat gets 22 more yards.
1st and 10 to the 27. Jones again. This time up the middle again. He's got the 35 out to the 38-yard line. Another first down for D'Angelo Jones, making a strong case for Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game.
Ooh, no doubt about that, man. He is really putting on a show.
Get on the line and run the play again.
2nd and 10.
Stop.
1st and 10 from the Prattville 39-yard line they go. And he's going to give it to Jones again. Jones up the middle. Jones finding some room to the 45. Takes a big hit at the 45 in the side of the helmet. Let's hope there's nothing to do there.
Say if we got charged for hitting in the helmet, that would have been close there. It was definitely head-to-head right there.
Yeah, we got a timeout on the field. Officials are stopping the clock.
Because that guy that hit him in the head is, not sure where he's at right now.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Jones comes out for a breather.
D'Angelo's fine.
Let's pause 10 seconds for Station ID on the Prattville Lions Radio Network. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 2nd down and about 4 yards to go from the Prattville 45-yard line. Edwards is going to keep this up the middle. Edwards has got room, open field, 45, 40. Edwards 35, Edwards 30, to the right side, 30, 20, 25, 15. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. 35 yards, 45 yards on the run from Trey Edwards. Puts the Lions in business with a chance to take a lead just before the half.
Excellent call. Quarterback draw, and there was a big hole there. Petway led out there at his wide receiver spot, led the block, and almost freed him up for the touchdown. Good job by that Prattville offense.
Enterprise calls a timeout, and the momentum has shifted here at Wildcat Stadium, and we're going to take a 30-second break. 2:01 to play in the half. 14 for Enterprise, 9 for Prattville. Lions football continues after these words.
Why would you spend 50 grand on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 2:01 to play in the opening half. Enterprise 14, Prattville 9, but Prattville is on the march, literally on the march. Running plays from D'Angelo Jones and Trey Edwards has put the Lions in a position inside the 20-yard line, inside the 15, at the 13 of Enterprise, to possibly take a lead before half. And Prattville's strength on display here right now. They are just muscling Enterprise at the point of attack.
No doubt about that. Now we got Kylan Petway in as well as, he's in at running back alone.
Yes, he is. Edwards is going to keep this one again, trying to get to the outside. Cuts it inside and on a flag.
And there's your holding penalty.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Flag at the 10-yard line. Well, this seems very like a similar script that I've seen before. But Edwards gets to the 10, but this is going to be called back. D'Angelo Jones now comes back into the game.
I'd like to see a little more steady dose of D'Angelo Jones. What do you say? You think he's earned this?
I think he's earned it.
Yeah.
I think he's earned it as they decide where they're going to set this ball.
And listen, you got to give credit to Suggs and also
Ellender,
Stathopoulos. Short, all those guys really do an outstanding job. Yes, Stathopoulos as well as C.J. Harris really opening up some big holes for these running game for Prattville.
First down for the Lions at the 22-yard line. They can get a first down without scoring. Edwards wants to pass into the end zone.
Come on, man.
Misread right there.
You've got to.
Incomplete, it goes into the end zone. Intended for Trey Petway, but Petway was blocked out of the picture.
Well, he's pushed out of bounds. I don't know when you have the right to be free to go when the ball's in the air.
I'm not an official.
Sure, it was uncatchable when – I don't know. That is
you can't catch it when they push you out of bounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, it was a push the whole time, including when the ball was in the air.
2nd and 17 here for the Lions at the Enterprise 21. Edwards wants to throw. Now he's going to run. Inside the 20. Edwards on his feet at the 15. Edwards to the 5. And he's down to the 4-yard line. He's very close to a first down.
It's like he's got it.
He may have it. He may have it. I believe he does have it.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
he doesn't.
Okay, I was looking at the wrong official.
Donnie's down there. They're going to mark him at the 5-yard line. He has to get to the 4 for a first down.
We need 2.
Can you say D'Angelo Jones?
3rd down for Prattville.
2 times in a row.
Ball is at the 5-yard line. Need to get to the 3 for a first down. And Jones gets the carry. And Jones pulls his way once again into the end zone.
Yes, sir.
No signal.
Yeah, he's there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Prattville. Touchdown, Prattville with 59 seconds to play before the half. Prattville answers back with 2 touchdown strikes of their own to Enterprise's 2. 15-14 is your score. Lions on top. Point after.
Got a new kicker.
Point after coming in. The kicker is Noah Sheets. Wearing number 16. Ryan McDaniel will still do the holds. Snap and hold and kick. This kick is high enough, long enough, and this one's true. With 59 seconds to play in the half. Prattville's answered back. They lead the Enterprise Wildcats 16-14. Your Sports Clips most valuable play of the scoring drive was D'Angelo Jones. Take your pick. D'Angelo Jones bulled his way all the way down the field with the help of some slick running by Trey Edwards.
Yes.
And that is your most valuable play and players of the scoring drive. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. And don't forget, folks, at the end of tonight's game, we will be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. At next Friday's pep rally, the great folks from Buffalo Rock will be on hand to make a nice plaque presentation along with a certificate from Sport Clips for an MVP. Well, 14-3 was the score not 5 minutes ago, and Prattville's answered back. It is now 16-14 in favor of the Lions, and that's how you eliminate a gap, just like Aero Pest Control eliminates pests in the river region for over 50 years.
No doubt. It reminds me that the way that D'Angelo Jones ran that ball reminds me of that Texas edition Silverado that I drove down here today.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Prattville, Alabama. Hometown Prattville dealership.
And
the
good people.
hometown guys that work there, man.
And they're good people.
Also, Chip, at halftime, you're going to have your sit-down interview with Bruce Williams.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Looking forward to hearing that one.
Sheets kicks this one away. It's a pooch kick. Fair catch called for at the 34-yard line. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Guys, that was academic on that last drive.
Yeah.
You cannot write it up, make a lesson plan that will do any better than what you just did. A steady dose of D'Angelo Jones.
That guy.
Mixed in with a little Trey Edwards, and boom.
He just decided he didn't like being tackled anymore.
He said, you know what, I'm tired of y'all tackling me.
I'm not going to let you do it anymore. 59 seconds before the half.
Oh,
Fulton.
I don't like this.
Fulton looking deep. Looking for Warren down there. And incomplete it goes. Right in his hip was Jordan Harrison. Stride for stride. The ball goes out of bounds at the Prattville 30-yard line. Incomplete. They bring up second down and 10.
What I was trying to say, they had trips to one side, Warren to this side, and it was one-on-one coverage, bump and run. I'm sitting there going, man, there is 53 seconds left. Let's back off and give him a little cushion. But, wow, what a great coverage right there by
Jordan Harrison.
Jordan Harrison, great job. But I don't like to see him throw to a single coverage guy that's committed to Stanford. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Second
get
and
deep.
10 now from their own 35. Fulton throws again, looking deep, and this one nearly intercepted by Quan Jones across the middle. Fulton having to get it off quick as the pressure was coming in and just airmailed that one, and Quan Jones almost came up with a pick at the 45-yard line of Prattville with 47 seconds.
He definitely felt the heat as Thompson and Lucas were closing in from the outside. He felt it, stepped up in the pocket, and just threw way overhead.
Well, they defensive line without Bozeman tonight is still causing mega disruptions in that backfield.
No doubt. Great job by this defensive front.
It is defensive line by committee tonight, and they are doing an admirable job. 47 seconds left in the half. 16 for Prattville, 14 for Enterprise. Third down and 10 for Enterprise now from their own 35-yard line. Fulton wants to pass, but we got a timeout called by Coach Faulkner over there before he gets it off.
I believe Coach Faulkner called that timeout from the hash mark.
I believe he did. You're correct. Like Urban Meyer over there.
Speaking of the Prattville guys on that staff, David Faulkner, one-time assistant at Prattville, offensive coordinator. You also got
Boykin.
Chris Boykin and Bryant Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And I have just forgotten him, Hayden Stockton, who was a punter at Alabama. He's part of that staff as well. He was a coach at Prattville. A lot of good guys over there on that coaching staff.
I missed. You got B. Hall in there, right?
Yeah, we got B. Hall in there, and
B. Hall, Boykin.
4 guys that were former coaches at Prattville, and of course Bryant Hall was a former player at Prattville.
Yeah, Hall played when Faulkner was there.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And well, I guess Stockton was too. So because B. Hall was a defensive back / outside linebacker.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Hayden the punter on the national championship team for Alabama?
A booming
in '92.
Did they win a national championship?
Yes, they did.
Spiral, as Eli would say.
3rd and 10 here for the Wildcats. Across the middle it goes, nearly intercepted by Mason Taylor at the 50-yard line. Had it in his mitts, and that's why he plays linebacker.
Yes.
But 4th down coming up for the Wildcats. They're going to have to punt this one away. Prattville's going to get it back with 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left in the half. And a punt situation as the Prattville defense forces a 3 and out. Buford and Thompson back at their own 25-yard line to receive this punt. The Wildcat kicker back at his own 20-yard line. Andrew Osteen gets this one away. It is a tall, spiraling punt.
Oh, no.
Both our guys call for the fair catch, and they on top of each other, but Thompson pulls it down to the 25-yard line. No harm, no foul. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Steak and Shake's own Donnie Burnett.
You can't see that ball.
No, I can barely see it. I'm looking at it from the side.
Both of those guys were waving fair catch, or one was waving and one caught it. And I don't
They
know
were both
what
waving.
in the world was fixing to happen, Chip. I'm like you. I thought there was fixing to be a train wreck right there.
Man, I was terrified. I really was. It's just like, oh, my goodness. This is the worst thing that can happen right here.
Well, here we go. 29 seconds to play before the half. Prattville with the ball at their own 25-yard line. They lead 16-14 over the homestanding Wildcats of Enterprise. Petway and Jones now in the formation in the backfield. And the give is to Jones. Jones bounces to the outside, shakes off one tackler, spins off another. He's out to the 34-yard line, and that might do it for the half. And they're going to try to get one more play off here. It is second down and 8. Second down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup by Jones. Under 9 seconds to play. Looks like they will get one more snap off before the half. Edwards gives to Jones. Jones in the heat of the pile goes down to the 35-yard line. 2-yard pickup. Picks up the first down, and that picks up halftime. Your score after one half here in Wildcat Stadium on the road at Enterprise, the Lions have roared to a 16-14 halftime lead. We're going to break away for 3 minutes, and when we come back, let's go down to, before I do, Coach Donnie Burnett, Steak and Shake Sideline Reporters, do you have Coach Anderson anywhere near you?
That would be negative, Ghost Rider. The coach is gone.
He's almost there. He's heading out right now. He's never mind. We'll get him to start the second half. How about that?
We will.
We'll get him to start the second half. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We're going to step aside. When we come back, Bruce Williams will be joining us, along with the Prattville High School Marching Band, when Lions football continues after these words.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot special.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Mr. Spence Agee, Superintendent of the Colorado County Schools, Mr. Brock, Principal of Prattville, and
Chip, you got a hot mic over your head.
we present the
David Lewis said it
Prattville
was
Marching
Thank you for Williams. It was summer, that's how we know.
It's okay.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm trusting Williams and Dennis Stewart. Professor instructor is Russell Mead.
Whatever. It's just my job. I'm going to help.
Our show sheet is entitled Mass in Time. We begin the show with Coldplay's smash hit Flux, Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. We'll continue our show with Back in Time from Moving Back to the Future. And then Justin Timberlake and Donna's 4 Minutes to Save the World. We will close out our show tonight with I've Had the Time of My Life and Really Dirty Dancing. Drum majors, is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Pride of Prattville! Ladies and gentlemen, the Prattville.
All right, you're just listening to the Pride of Prattville Marching Band here at Wildcat Stadium here in Enterprise, Alabama. Prattville leading 16-14 here, and we're going to throw it back for a 2-minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a sit-down interview with Chip Powell and the Larry Puckett Chevrolet Employee of the Month, Bruce Williams. When we come back in 2 minutes.
Choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
Prattville leading 16-14 at halftime. Earlier this week, our own Chip Powell sat down with the Employee of the Month for Larry Puckett, or Salesman of the Month, Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Bruce Williams, and here's what they had to say.
Salesman of the Month, Larry Puckett Chevrolet. Winner, Bruce Williams. Bruce, it's good to have you here with us today, man.
Man, it's great to be here. Always a pleasure.
Listen, we got a multiple things to talk about here, but first and foremost, let's talk about the 2017 Chevrolet Silverado Texas Edition 4-wheel drive that I got from you.
Man, I tell you what, Chip, that's a great truck. You're probably really enjoying some of the new technology that it has. Of course, still the durability and dependability that it's had for many, many years. Not to mention that it's still the most fuel-efficient V8 full-size truck on the road.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it is, and of course we've talked about this. We've recorded this for the game, before Friday night's game or tonight's game, as we're talking. But I have the opportunity. I'm going to drive it down to Enterprise, but I have taken it on a road trip to Wetumpka. Got about 23 miles to the gallon over there with the entire radio crew in there except Milzer.
Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I tell you, I hear that a lot. Of course, yours is 4-wheel drive, and that's really darn impressive. But you know, I have some guys that come back with some crazy numbers on some of their gas mileage from time to time, and a couple times I thought they've been pranking me, but they'll show me. And but it's doing really well. Not to mention it's, you know, the longest lasting truck on the road. They're certainly very dependable.
Well,
good investments.
One of the reasons I chose to get one is the resale value. I mean, you go out there and you talk and you see these used car people or used car lots, and you know, they rarely have Silverados because they sell so much, and they're not much in the used, because you can sell them on your own, and if you get tired of them. But their value holds up so much more than other trucks. But anyway, I've enjoyed it. It's been great. And of course, I hadn't had the opportunity yet to go see Lewis Mills there at Express Oil to do my first oil change and tire rotation and checkup and all. Looking forward to that. We're going to have Lewis on later on in the year. That ought to be a treat right there. With
It really ought to. Yeah. He's always entertaining. I'm sure your visit there. Well, fast talking. I'm not sure, but I think he is going to auctioneer school.
That's right.
Yeah.
But anyway,
do that on the side.
Let's talk about a little bit about your career with Larry Puckett. You've been there quite a while, and like I said, I wasn't joking earlier. You win Salesman of the Month very often up there, and we see it on the board up there. And I know that Mr. Puckett's proud of your job and what you do there. But tell me about your career there, how long you've been there, and a little bit about your family too.
Gosh, Chip, man, I'm coming up on 20 years in about 7 or 8 months. I'll be busting 20 years wide open there. It's just kind of flown by, and it's just such a pleasure to serve so many wonderful people of the Tri-County area, not to mention even further out than that. But it's been a pleasure to serve these wonderful people here. That's I'm very blessed. I've been very fortunate to live in this area, and we tend to support our local businesses here, so that's something that we try to take care of our customers around here and reciprocate and sell good quality new and used products.
And it's time for you to support New York Life again sometime soon.
I've been supporting them on a monthly basis for years now.
All right, let's talk about your family, man. I mean, your better part.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Well, my wife, she's coming up, getting close to being able to retire here from the Talcott County Board of Education. She's kind of eyeing that. She spent several years in this county and as well as a couple others, but she loves what she does, and of course now she's not in the Prattville school system, but still in the Talcott County school system, but loves working with students that are out there where she is, and as well as coworkers. Of course, I think a couple of them getting a little playing time for their children, some of her coworkers here at Prattville tonight. So.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. And your daughter and your mom?
Yeah, man, I tell you, my daughter was very hesitant as she transitioned up to the intermediate school this year, and she was a little nervous, but she is enjoying it immensely. Loves her teachers. And this year she's real excited about, they have clubs coming up, and she was invited to join the Beta Club this year.
I never was invited to join that club. I don't know why, but
well, man, if you went back to the intermediate now, well, you may not be smarter than a fifth grader. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
you're probably right. Mm-hmm. Well, look, your mom, I'll pray for her. I know she's been struggling.
Yeah, we're trying to get her a little healthier. We had some health issues, and spent a long time in the hospital, and now in the rehab hospital, and hopefully we're getting a little better. So
well, good. Mm-hmm. Real quick, tell us the specials of the week, or what's going on, what's happening with Chevrolet right now.
Oh man, I'm glad you asked. Right now, it's the year-end closeouts, and we have some tremendous discounts out there on still a pretty good selection of Silverados. I got 0% financing on Tahoes and Suburbans through the 11th here. I don't know if they'll continue that afterwards or not, but as you know, if we sold you something, the discounts had to be super huge. I think you paid basically used car money for a brand new truck.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, and just so you know, they've doubled that since.
I know, that's usually the way it happens.
No, I'm just kidding.
But anyway,
they had some good ones last month when you bought that, and still got a lot of great discounts out there, and also a great selection of some late model stuff, and we do have some stuff that doesn't break the bank. We've sold several things under 10 grand here lately that were nice. Of course, for us to get it out there, it has to go through a very intensive inspection, and we don't get a whole lot of those because they can't make it, but out there through the inspection. But if you got something for some of your kids, first car type stuff, we do have a few of those from time to time.
Well, we appreciate it. Listen, we've been talking with Bruce Williams, the current Salesman of the Month. I saw it on the billboard the other day with Larry Puckett Chevrolet. Make sure you go by and see all those guys out there. Bruce, we appreciate you dropping in, man.
Man, it's great to visit with you, and just want to say go Lions.
Here we go.
Wildcat Stadium. Just before the start of the third quarter play. Before we do, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Prattville Lions Radio Network.
The 17 Chevrolet
That was
Silverado.
a great interview, by the way, with you and Bruce.
Are my interview skills off the charts?
My question.
It's beautiful.
What is it?
It's beautiful. It's
My
amazing.
question.
It's scrumptious.
Is which one of them bought lunch
Well,
when
I
they
can tell
did
you-
that interview?
Yes, that.
Neither one of them bought lunch. You know that.
I know that.
They went somewhere and got a freebie somewhere.
Hey, guys, I got to give a shout-out right now because if it weren't for these guys, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
I saw the – oh, my goodness, man. Are you okay?
Wow.
Did y'all see the injury that I
Yes.
took for the team?
I couldn't believe it.
A broken earbud in my ear that I could not get out.
Son, it wasn't in your ear. That was in your medulla oblongata.
That was where anger and jealousy resides.
Paul Bedwell pulls out a dang machete, and he's like, I can get it out. I'm like,
it's going to cost you, but I can get it out.
Yeah.
You are not touching my ear with that knife.
Listen.
Hey, listen, speaking of machetes, I know a place where you can get all the machetes you want. Prattville Pickers.
How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Office supplies to antiques to mall cooking to machetes. All at Prattville Pickers. 100,000 square feet of everything. Mall cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Hey.
I'm telling you, I was scared. If Pratt hadn't taken me over there, I may have fallen out right here on the sideline.
Were you panicking?
I was in a panic because I was trying to pull it out and
Just pushing it further in?
I mean, I'm just pushing it deeper and deeper. But
It was deep when I saw it. That picture you showed me, that was deep.
Well, listen,
earbud.
it's apparently already on social media because somebody texted me asking if Sergeant Schultz was okay.
Sergeant Schultz.
What is that?
I don't know. Is that a pet name?
Donnie?
A couple years ago at the what was that, career day at the junior high?
Right.
Officer Skip Talmadge showed up in with his hostage negotiator clothes.
Right.
And, well, I put the helmet and the vest on and had the M16, and somebody just said Sergeant Schultz, and it
And
just kind of
stuck.
stuck.
So. Okay. I was trying to figure out where that came from.
These guys, they go so far back to pull out these ahas.
Well, hey, listen, if y'all recall, a couple weeks ago we were ahead at halftime.
Yes, we were. We led with Tumka 17-13.
Yes, and we didn't fare well. So
we did not.
What do you think, Donnie? What do we do here? I mean, how do we respond a little differently?
Well, I'm hoping that this opening drive is going to be a big dose of D'Angelo Jones.
But D'Angelo Jones just decided he was going to be a freak tonight.
He just said, I'm not playing anymore.
I'm serious about this, guys. I want to win.
They said the preseason's over with.
That's right.
So, I mean, it's showtime.
Well, he was definitely a sight to see in that first half. Reminds you of the way Petway and Kingston Davis used to run that football, wearing number 22.
Yeah, I think our defense, the defense is going to rock and roll. We're going to see what happens. So we got about 24 more minutes.
We got about 2 minutes before we're going to kick this thing off in the third quarter play, and Prattville will receive the third quarter kickoff.
Well, I think that's what happened. Was that how we got started off on the wrong foot? We had a fumble on the kickoff?
I don't know.
Or was it
that was earlier in the game?
That was second.
How did we
had an interception on the first play of the second half.
That's what I knew. It was something early because the momentum. And we talk about this all the time. The last 5 minutes of the first half, it sets the tone really. And we won that last 5 minutes of the first half. So hopefully we can win this one because it sets a big tone for the rest of the game. And if we can come out here, get the ball, drive downfield, put some points, preferably 7 points on the board, and come back and play a solid defense, maybe a 3-and-out, I think we can start getting some doubt in this Enterprise Wildcat mind. Yep. And hopefully we've got the fade route covered up, because that seems to be their play. Yeah.
And I tell you what, you talk about setting the tone for this second half, and setting the tone in the second half is just as important as setting the tone in your community. Well, one of the things that makes Prattville so great, such a great community to live in, is the tone set by the Prattville YMCA. A shared commitment to nurturing the potential of kids, promoting healthy living, and fostering a sense of social responsibility at the Prattville YMCA. Way more than just a gym. David Lewis, Keith Cantrell, Jennifer Barrett, Jessica Sedgwick, Otis Reeves, all the people over there that make the YMCA roll every single day.
One guy that hadn't been there this week, Healing, Miles Powell.
Miles Powell, that's right. Your own son recovering from a surgery. He is employed by the Prattville Y, and let me tell you, they love him there, and he loves to be there. He is a model employee.
I can't thank the Y enough for doing what they do for people and what they've done for my family. I mean, I grew up there. Everything I've ever been able to accomplish or had positive in my life happen, it's been because of Prattville Y. And it is one of the best YMCAs in the country, and it's always gotten that award. What is it? The
biggest small-town YMCA in America.
Yeah. I mean, it really is a phenomenal organization.
Quote of the night, guys.
Go ahead.
Quote of the night.
There you go.
When the EMT pulled the earbud out of my ear, and we put it back together, and he goes, "Don't stick that back in there." And I said, "You don't understand. I got a job to do."
There you go. Hey, take one for the team, son.
Kickoff tried to keep it out of the end zone. He jumped for it at the goal line, but Turbo Buford unable to keep it out. So touchback it goes. So Prattville's going to start off with a 2-point lead, 16-14 here in the third quarter, and the ball at their own 20-yard line. D'Angelo Jones had to be over 100 yards in that first half, or close to it.
And I think 101 of it was after contact. Even though he had 100.
Right, exactly. And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's good math.
Yes, yeah.
That's that common.
It's because he got hit in the backfield quite a few times and
yes, he
still
did.
made positive yardage.
Yes, he did.
Doesn't that count?
I think it does.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with it.
When your yak yards exceed your yards. Here we go, 1st and 10 Lions at their own 20-yard line to start the third quarter of play. Here's a give to Jones again. Jones trying to bounce to the outside. This time they catch him in the backfield and wrestle him to the ground at the 20. No gain on the play. No gain on the play that time for D'Angelo. That's the first time he's been stopped at the line tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, there was a little extracurricular activity after that. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I thought the ball may have come loose.
I thought so, too. It was like, whoa, not this again.
I don't know. But anyway, whatever happened. There wasn't no flag thrown, but
They're going to mark it just shy of the 20, actually. Lost about a half a yard.
Like
second down and a long 10 coming up.
Trying to get a piggyback ride, it looked like.
Yeah.
It did. Trey Edwards loads up the shotgun, sends Smith in motion, wants to pass. Looking downfield, got time. Now firing over the head of Ryan McDaniel, then a little bit behind him. And McDaniel was open at the 30, but did throw it over too high and a little bit behind him. Third down and almost 11 coming up for the Lions. Just outside their own 19-yard line. Score from around the region. Surprise over in Auburn tonight. Central Phoenix City trails Auburn at the half, 21-14. Regional shakeup potential tonight. Edwards loads a shotgun. Splits receivers out wide. In some trouble. Runs out of pressure. And now fires.
Got him.
Got Ryan McDaniel at the 35-yard line out of bounds. And a late hit. A late hit.
Man.
5 yards outside the line, outside the boundary. No flag.
No flag.
And that was on the Prattville sidelines, which usually if it's questionable, you might get that call. But unfortunately, we don't get that one there. But great play by Trays. He rode out, had a lot of pressure, rode out to his left, threw a strike to Ryan McDaniel.
Fortunately, McDaniel not hurt on the play. Back out on the field now. 1st and 10 Lions at their own 36-yard line. Malik Smith in motion, and he's going to get it kept from Trey Edwards. Trey Edwards at the 45. Trey Edwards cuts it back. Still on his feet at the 50. He's going to go out of bounds along the Enterprise boundary. No, stays in bounds out to the 44, 46-yard line of Enterprise. Another first down. Trey Edwards moving the ball very well. It's a 18-yard gain for Trey Edwards and a Prattville Lions first down into Enterprise territory with 10:49 to play in the third, and Prattville on top 16-14.
Just kind of faked the ball to, was that Malik Smith? He took it up the middle again, and good job out of that offensive front right there, led by Joshua Short at center.
Edwards loads a shotgun again, fakes it to Edwards, and he's going to keep it again. Testing that left side, finds a little crease, and he's got a little room. Squirts across the 40-yard line to the 39 of Enterprise before he's out along that boundary.
Boy, good patient running. Stathopoulos pulled from his left guard, or left tackle, all the way from the left tackle, and led the blocking over there. And good job by Trey. He's very patient, just waited for the blocking and made a great play right there.
Yeah, Chip, I was going to say, we've done that all night tonight. D'Angelo, Trey as well. We're waiting and we're letting that tackle or that guard get out there and set up that block, and then we're getting positive yards off of it.
Second down and about 4 coming up for the Lions at the Enterprise 40-yard line. Edwards wants to pass. Look downfield. Now firing. Short. Flag on the play. Flag it down to the 35-yard line. Pass intended out there for, I believe that's Trey Petway.
Well, we've got an ineligible receiver downfield.
Yeah, I saw him.
Ineligible is the call against the Lions.
Yeah, he was.
Sometimes that's a hard penalty to avoid, you know.
Yeah, you really. Do you just forget the play?
Yeah, I think he got it mixed because he was way downfield. Good call by the officials.
He was way down the field.
Yes, sir.
9:46 to play here in the third quarter. Prattville 16, Enterprise 14 in Wildcat Stadium in Enterprise, Alabama. Prattville got up 3-zip to start the game, then got down 14-3 and then stormed back to take a 16-14 lead just before the half. And here we are in the third quarter on the opening drive. Prattville has made it down to the Enterprise 45-yard line from their own 20. Second down and about 9 to go from the Enterprise 45. Edwards from the shotgun wants to pass, rolls out of pressure, picks up a block by D'Angelo. Now fires it complete to Ryan McDaniel at the 30. 30-25 out of bounds at the Prattville 26 at the Enterprise 26-yard line. Boy, Ryan McDaniel wide open on the play.
Boy,
first and 10 for the Lions.
Key block by D'Angelo Jones in the backfield to free up Trey. And man, I'll tell you, that's a hard throw to make. You're on your dead run, running to the left. He's got to pull back and throw with his right and just put it right on the money to Ryan McDaniel. Ryan McDaniel makes the most of it after the catch.
That's a
great play.
Great block by not Trey Thompson. Hang on.
First and 10, Lions at the Enterprise 25. Edwards wants to pass. Now he sneaks out. He's going to try to run it out to the 21-yard line. He goes.
It's Taylor Thompson. A great block by Taylor Thompson.
T. Thompson.
Right there. I got Trey and Taylor on my mind right now. But outstanding job right there.
Well, they're both having great games, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that is Chip, you're exactly right. That is a hard throw. Running to your left as a right-handed quarterback.
Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. It's second down and 6 for the Lions at the Enterprise 21. 9 minutes to play here in the third. Prattville leading at 16-14, looking for more as to give us to Jones. Jones finds his way across the 10, dragging tacklers down to the 8-yard line. There'll be first and goal for the Lions at the Enterprise 8-yard line. No answers for Edwards and Jones tonight for these Wildcats.
I'll tell you what, and we got it. He's getting through there, and, of course, he can make something happen when he gets out there running over the linebackers and through the secondary. But that offensive front, man, it'd be hard not to name them players of the night, too.
It would.
They have really opened up some good holes all night long for both Trey and D'Angelo.
8:28 to play in the third. Clock on the move here at Enterprise Stadium. Timeout has been called. First and goal, Prattville from the 9 of Enterprise. When we come back, 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise, Alabama. Prattville takes to the road in their opening regional game of the season. Same for Enterprise tonight with 8:22 left in the third quarter. It is Prattville 16, Enterprise 14. Prattville now first and goal from the Enterprise 9-yard line coming out of this timeout. And they have dosed them again steadily with more Trey Edwards runs, D'Angelo Jones runs. Ryan McDaniel makes 2 key catches to put them down here. And here we go, first and goal from just inside the Enterprise 9-yard line. Now Kylan Petway checks in the game in the backfield with D'Angelo, and Edwards is going to follow those 2 men around the 5. He's going to go into the end zone. Edwards from 9 yards out. Touchdown, Prattville. 8:14 to play. 8:12 to play in the third quarter, and Prattville takes their opening third quarter drive and turns it into 6. 22 for Prattville, 14 for Enterprise.
I don't know. Y'all didn't see it, but Petway had an incredible block.
Oh, I did see it, sir.
Right there.
You would be incorrect. I
y'all
did see
saw
that.
it? Okay.
Kylan following Kylan Petway's block. Point after now coming from Noah Sheets. McDaniel does the hold. Waiting for the snap from Kramer. Snap down, hold down, kick up. And into the All-State good hands. It's good with 8:12 to play in the third quarter. Prattville 23, Enterprise 14. We'll take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 8:12 to play in the third quarter, and Prattville has now put up 20 unanswered points to take a 23-14 lead over the Wildcats. Your Sport Clips most valuable play of the scoring drive, a 9-yard run to pay dirt by Trey Edwards. Sport Clips in front of Target on Legends Parkway, home of the MVP treatment, massaging tea tree shampoo, precision haircut, a massaging neck massage, and the hot steam towel. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. P. Ryan kicks this one away. Short kick received on the boundary at the 5-yard line with some room to run to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Finally taken down at the 38 by Mason Taylor. A flag goes down to the 38. Let's see what it is. Steak and Shake Southern reporter Donnie Burnett, I'm sure we'll know.
Well, that was a cardinal sin right there. Our contained man goes sprinting downfield toward the runner. You cannot do that. If you're contained, you maintain contained. You don't sprint toward the ball. And we were very fortunate because it's going to be called back because of a clip, but just a major mistake right there. You can't do that.
Those were 2 outstanding moves by the returner.
Yes, they were.
But, I mean, it shouldn't even be allowed. I mean, you shouldn't even be going toward. You've got to have contained, and that's just
fundamentals.
Fundamental football there.
First and 10, Wildcats from their own 22-yard line now. 8 minutes to play in the third quarter, and here's a give to McCrary, the freshman, and he is down at the line of scrimmage, right in that teeth of that Prattville defensive front.
Well, that Mason Taylor, I couldn't.
Eddie Brown coming off that play too.
Yep.
Yeah,
they ran to P.J. Lucas' side again, and nothing happening.
That was Mason chip number 40.
Yeah, it was. It was a good play by him as he came up and just came off a block, made the tackle. Well, we got just what we wanted. Now let's do this 3-and-out thing here, and I think we can really expect our offense to maybe take over this ball game.
2nd and 7 Enterprise from their own 30, and here's a give to McCrary again. McCrary hit and dropped to the 32-yard line. Meager gain of 2 yards.
Like Eddie Brown.
Yes, Eddie Brown on the stop. This is going to bring up 3rd and a long 5 coming up here for the Wildcats. Ball is set at their own 33-yard line. The line to make is just inside the Prattville 43. Just inside the Enterprise 43. 38. Can't count.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
I'll get there.
Yes, sir.
I'll get there eventually before the snap gets off. Trey Robinson checks in the game at running back for the Wildcats. Fulton loads up the shotgun. 6:46 to play in the third. Prattville up 23-14 here in Wildcat Stadium.
That's a delay of game.
Now we have a delay of game. So the third and 5 becomes 3rd and 10. report in from Smith Station at halftime. Jeff Davis, 41. Smith Station, 2.
2. I wonder how that happened.
A safety?
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
see, what happens with the safety is
how do you're 41 and you give up 2? I mean, how do you do
I would say a punting situation.
over the
Probably an over the head punt.
Over the head, yeah.
Snap over
But
the
how
head.
How did you punt with 41 points in the first half?
You know, Chip, I'm gonna have to go to the tape on that.
That's an odd thing. I mean, 41-2.
Maybe it was the opening kickoff.
That Smith Station struggling just a tad.
I think maybe a little down this year.
Yeah.
Well, also, somebody who is not struggling tonight is this Prattville line offense and defense. Minus two big fade routes. Enterprise has not a lot of offense to show.
Oh, hey, speaking of things that are not struggling, I had the chef salad, which is $2 off at Country's Barbecue, with pork and bacon. And
What kind of dressing did you have with it?
Ranch.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and let me tell you, there's about 8 pieces of bacon on there. I'm not taking pieces. I'm talking about strips. You need to go by there and eat that at Country's. Great chef salad.
Back in play here, 3rd and 6, Enterprise from their own
Got
34. Fulton in trouble, and Fulton's going down. Fulton is down at the 33-yard line. Jaron Fields and number 49, T.J. Williams, in place for Chris Bozeman tonight. Great play by this defensive front, and Enterprise offense is going to have to take a seat once again.
Boy, guys, we got exactly what we asked for. Prattville came out, took the ball downfield, scored a touchdown. The defense 3 and out right here. Let's catch this ball. Let's put some more points on the board. And
Trey Thompson.
Get this Enterprise crowd heading to the home.
Wherever that is.
Yes, sir.
Punt is away. Thompson and Buford back at their own 30. It is Buford waving for the fair catch. He's got it at the 27-yard line. And let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, on the sideline.
Just what the doctor ordered right there.
Amen.
Great defensive play. Great defensive stand by the defense. A fair catch. And let's go put 7 more on the board,
Yes,
and
sir.
I feel a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
5:50 to play here in the third quarter. Prattville with 20 unanswered points, taking a 23-14 lead over the homestanding Enterprise Wildcats. And with all the confidence in the world, looking for more, as now Colin Petway will come out into the backfield with Trey Edwards. Snap and the give to Petway. Edwards keeps it. Edwards at the 35-40, 45 to the 50, and then down at the 49 of Enterprise. There comes a flag for a face mask. Trey Edwards faked the whole crew out of the shoes.
Listen, the trailing official, I don't know how he didn't see the face mask, but the one downfield did. But it's going to be another 15 because Trey's head got turned completely around.
He was looking through his ear hole for
what
a
minute. A great read there by Trey. There was nobody out there. He pulled it.
He followed him all the way into the hole.
Yeah, he did. Colin thought he was going to take the ball, and Trey pulled it out in the last millisecond and just picked up a great, only 5 yards?
I didn't think incidental face masks existed anymore. Donnie?
Well, what did the guy just call?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't call face mask, but I just saw Trey's head spin around.
It was an accident.
Oh, accidental.
Accidental. But now Trey's coming over here to get his spine readjusted.
Are they calling it not a penalty? Did they penalize him?
I don't know.
They've got it marked at the 43-yard line. He was down. He made it all the way down to the 48.
I'll walk out there and ask him if you want.
If you want to go, if you would, grab one right there.
I'll be back in a second.
We're going to take a 30-second break while you do that. Lions football continues after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise, Alabama, home of the Enterprise Wildcats, where the Lions are roaring with 5:38 to play in the third quarter. The Lions lead the Wildcats 23-14. Opening regional tilt for both these teams And Prattville is getting the best of Enterprise right now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Enterprise 43-yard line. And, Donnie, do you have some clarity on that penalty?
It was face mask penalty.
What kind of penalty?
A glancing.
Well, watch.
Watch what?
Well, I don't know. I thought we were going to get 15, but I guess not. This guy over here, they got these little nifty McDonald's headsets on, and they're talking to one another.
That's cool.
I don't know. I thought it was, but
well,
anyway.
I mean,
regardless, it is a 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 43-yard line after the great run by Trey Edwards. Lions up 9, 23-14. 5:30 left in the third and looking for more. They're going to stack 3 to the far side over here and throw out to Trey Petway. Trey Petway's got a little room at the 40. Petway on the move at the 30-yard line, finally out of bounds
face
at
mask.
The 29-yard line. And here comes another flag. They grab Trey's face mask.
And I think we might have got this one.
That might be a 5er still.
Well, now, this one was nothing compared to the other one.
that was a minor face mask.
He just placed his hand on his face mask. He didn't pull him down by it.
That's frustration. So let's see.
If they
Petway with those long strides.
It's only 5.
They mark it down at the 25-yard line. A great formation right there. Got Trey Petway free. When he gets free on the sideline, he's a load to bring down.
Just got a text from Chief of Security Bruce Kilo at work, tuning in, listening to it, watching it as well.
Prattville Live is the best high school feed you can get right now. HD service, Prattville Live. Check it out. 1st and 10 again, and the give is to Petway again. Petway dragging tacklers to the 20-yard line. We got 2 bruising backs.
We sure do, and
reminiscent of the Burt Davis days. New center coming in is number 58. Zach Thayer had a helmet malfunction. They get that situated and
they
short
got him
back
at
in.
left tackle.
Left tackle.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sotopoulos was the one that came out. 2nd and 5 here for the Lions at the Enterprise 20-yard line. 4:43 to play in the third. Lions up 23-14. And now a penalty play.
We moved.
Delay.
False start is the call against the Lions. I'll back him up to the 25.
I didn't see that,
Yard
Donnie.
line.
Was it on the line, offensive line?
We got a little jumpy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just excited.
I don't think it was CJ. It might have been next to CJ, I think.
Okay.
Yep, that's who it was because
the
that's who he's
officials
talking to
That's
right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, he jumped a little.
2nd and 10 now for the Lions at the Enterprise 25-yard line. 4:30 to play in the third quarter. Prattville on top 23-14. They're going to line up Petway to the near side here all by himself. Strips to the far side. Now Petway will flank to the left. And Edwards is going to keep it from Petway. Shakes off one tackle, and he's going to go down in the backfield for about a 2-yard, maybe 3-yard loss. Out to the 28-yard line of Enterprise. They'll give him the 27. It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Lions in Enterprise territory at the 27-yard line. You got
big
Smith,
play here.
You got Smith, McDaniel, and Thompson over on the far side. You got Petway on the near side. D'Angelo Jones checks back in.
Petway in single coverage over here. Tight man-to-man coverage. You might see us go there.
Edwards drops back to pass. Looking that way. Now in trouble. Throws it. This ball is nearly intercepted at the 10-yard line. Petway hit as he threw it. And he's
Or Trey.
Yeah, Edwards.
Yeah.
He's a little slow to get up. He took a big-time hit on the release there. And now 4th and 13.
I think you go for this one.
Yeah, it's a little bit out of field goal range here. It would be a 54-yard field goal attempt from right here. A 44-yard field goal attempt from right here.
And according to the flags across the way, the wind is against us.
Yeah, so that would make it like 49.
Yeah.
So they're going to line it up and go for it here on 4th and 13 at the Enterprise 27-yard line. Up 23-14 is Prattville. Trips to the far side. Petway to the near side. Edwards looking to that near side. And now throwing for Petway. Petway makes the catch at the 12-yard line and steps out of bounds for the first down. He made the route to the chains. Perfect execution. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds.
Let me tell you, it was excellent coverage. That was just a bullet thrown right there where it's supposed to be.
Let's quickly pause 10 seconds for Station ID on the Prattville Lions Radio Network. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 14-yard line. 3:20 to play in the third. And here is Edwards. He's going to keep it around the left side, go inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. He'll pick up 5 yards on first down as the clock continues to move now, approaching 3 minutes to go in the third. Prattville up 23-14 and knocking at the door once again.
And Donnie, that was right there in your nose, man. How about that play?
He's speechless. Lost for words.
I lost. I lost that on some static. I didn't hear you, Chip.
Okay, just we'll talk about that 4th down play in a minute.
2nd and 5 here for the Lions. Ball just inside the 10-yard line. D'Angelo Jones gets the carry. D'Angelo Jones drags him into the 5-4-3 2-yard line.
Man.
1st and goal, Lions. D'Angelo Jones. And he's sitting down right now. A little slow to get up. He's still down on the ground. The 2-yard line.
He is not moving. He's sitting up, but he's not moving his legs.
Donnie, you were down there. Did you see anything unusual?
Yeah, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
Talk about that 4th down play. What a missile right there launched by Trey Edwards.
That was incredible. Well, the route that Petway ran was one of those that we will put in Monday when we get to school.
Oh, that's a good sign right there, man.
Yeah, D'Angelo Jones up and jogging off on his own power.
I think it was a cramp, but it's not. So it's not his knee. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. They got a Charlie horse or something.
Yeah, but anyway, Trey on that route started inside, and as soon as the corner turned his hips, it's almost like a whip route, but it's backwards, and I don't know what you would call it. But he stuck his hips and then got to the sticks, and like you said, an outstanding throw. That's nothing but a timing route.
2:20 to play here in the third. 23-14, Prattville on top and looking for more. 1st and goal now from the 3 they go. Kylan Petway in at running back, and the give is to Petway. Bounces it outside, cuts it back in. Fumble on the play. Enterprise recovers the fumble at the 2-yard line. That's a tough break.
Well,
there's some discussion.
I'm going to tell you.
The ref emphatically called it Enterprise's ball at the 2-yard line earlier.
He never had the ball. The ball was on his hip. He never got his hands on it, and he tried to pull it back in, and that's when he got hit and it came out. Tough break.
Yeah, it is. Let's see if the defense can hold him in place here. Enterprise now 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line. Fulton from the shotgun, 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Prattville's D trying to get in position here. And here's a give to Jones on the outside, trying to catch him into the end zone. And I believe they have. Yeah, Lucas travels in the end zone. Safety. It's a safety. It's a safety with 2:02 to play in the third quarter. The Prattville defense scores some points of their own. It's 25-14.
P.J. Lucas, man, what an outstanding
play. He
play.
smelled it right there.
He sure did.
Outran Robinson to the point of attack there and put him down on the pylon. 25-14 is your score. And there's the defense picking up the offense.
Man, you talking about where the offense came off the field, just really their heads were down. And, man, if there's anything going to get them back up, that's safe. And we get the ball back.
Take 2 points in the ball.
Yes, sir. Great job.
Steak and Shake, sideline reporter Donnie Burnett. What a change of events. Donnie's fussing at somebody down there.
He's fussing.
We don't have to kick from our 20. It should be down here at this end. Hey, I need to explain to him what's going on.
Yeah, the white cap is telling him now.
Come on, Mr. Refs, we're up here.
Like, wrong side, guys.
Yeah, you're up here, big guy. He is not happy. He just ran 80 yards.
He's got to run 80 more.
Running 80 yards back.
Well, the good news is the stripes are thinning. Yeah, he's huffing, but he's in position now. And this crew's been on top of it all night long. So
and Donnie's interviewing the ref right now.
Donnie's interviewing the side.
He's saying, "So, what are you doing after the game?
You meet us at Arby's?"
Yeah.
Hey. Sideline guy says he's mad too because he followed him down there, and then he had to turn around and run back.
You can invite them to meet us for dinner at Arby's following the game.
Yeah. Yes.
They've done a great job tonight. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Prattville 25, Enterprise 14. P.J. Lucas tracks down Trey Robinson in the end zone for the safety.
I did want to say that the kicker for Enterprise is got a scholarship to West Point.
West Point.
Yes, sir.
Impressive. This punch received at the 35-yard line by Turbo. Trying to get to the outside, cuts it back in. Turbo still on his feet at the 45, cuts it back the other way, reverses field. Flag on the play. At the 50, Turbo at the 40. And down to the 38-yard line he goes, but there's a flag at the Prattville 47-yard line, and this play is probably going to come back.
Yeah. Anytime you change directions, somebody's going to get hit in the back.
Yep. This will come back, but Prattville will still have great field position outside their own 30-yard line, depending on where they spot it. With a minute 44 to play in the third, they've opened up an 11-point lead, 22 unanswered points on the Wildcats. 25-14 is your score. Got to be impressed with this come-from-behind effort early and then holding on to it late, as we are just about to hit the fourth quarter, and Prattville has been in control ever since those first two Enterprise drives.
Got a little JJ in.
J.J. Jackson. Love this kid.
And I tell you what, this may be a perfect game for him. A very physical runner inside, and when he gets in there, it's hard to find him. Let's see how successful he can be here.
1st and 10 lines at their own 37. Smith comes in motion, and Edwards looks to pass. And stepping out of pressure, he's got a little room to run. Flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. And Trey Edwards goes down at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 8 yards, but this is probably going to come out the other way. Flag down to the 35. Steak and Shake reporter Donnie Burnett, what do you see?
Holding.
Good call, sir.
So did that guy in the white hat.
He did. He did see it.
Yeah, we're not getting sloppy. We're not attacking our assignment.
Yep.
And we're trying to play catch right now. We're playing non-aggressive blocking, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Got to be the aggressor. 1:33 to play in the third. Good guys on top, 25-14 here in Wildcat Stadium. 1st and 10 Lions. 1st and 20 Lions at the 27. Edwards and Jackson in the backfield here. And Smith comes in motion, moving to the near side, leaving Petway alone on the far side. Edwards looks that way and now fires it out to the flats. He's got Petway at the 41 of Prattville. Gets back inside the chains, and it's going to bring up a second down and about 5 yards to go on the 15-yard completion to Trey Petway, who's having maybe a career night tonight.
He sure is. He's had an
that corner cannot cover the out route by Petway.
We finally have the disparity that we've been having on cornerback, except our receiver is just executing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get beat. He doesn't want to get beat inside because that's 6, and he's taking the out route, and we're throwing it well.
Mark it back at the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 6 here. Edwards throwing deep, looking for Malik Smith. Malik Smith makes the catch at the 25-yard line, steps out of bounds at the Prattville 25. It's been there all night. They're finally executing that play. That's the third long catch for Prattville tonight. Trey Edwards put it in a bucket that time.
Yeah, that time they ran slot, and Petway went off on a long, skinny post, and Malik just ran a little wheel route kind of behind him, really, really close, and Trey put it right on the money, and, man, what a great catch by Malik, keeping his feet in bounds.
The 3 out routes by Petway set that play up.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10 Lions at the Enterprise 25-yard line. Just under a minute to play here in the third quarter, and Smith takes the fake, and Edwards keeps it, and he's going to go down at the 25-yard line. No gain on the play. No gain on the play. Smith comes in motion. Edwards pulls it and runs it. Got tackled a little bit awkwardly there, but he seems to be up no worse for the wear. So we go under 40 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Approaching the final frame, 2nd down and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 25-yard line here in Wildcat Stadium. Edwards on the clap snap. Just about drew him cross sides, but not quite. Play clock down to 10. Now he's got the call back in. J.J. Jackson flanks him to the left. He's looking to that near side again, looking for Petway, who's being held.
There you go.
And finally a flag.
All right, everybody got that one.
Everybody got that one. Trey was held from the 15 down to the 3.
Yeah.
And defensive holding will be the call, or was it going to be pilot?
It kind of gave it away when Trey only could bring up one arm to try to catch the ball. He wasn't showing off.
No,
like,
he wasn't.
I can catch with one hand. The other one was tied to the Enterprise Wildcat 2 hands.
9.4 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and they're going to march this ball down to the 15-yard line. Well, that's a good play for Enterprise.
Yeah, because that was 6.
That was 6, and instead they get the ball at the 15.
I'm going to tell you, if I'm Coach Anderson, I want it to be second and short. I don't want the first down right here.
You're right. Yep. You're right.
All right, good. That's what they're giving him. Second and about 2 inches.
Second and inches here. You're correct for the Lions at the Enterprise, just outside, just hairs outside the Enterprise 15-yard line. 9 ticks left here in the third quarter. Prattville on top 25-14 over the Wildcats of Enterprise. Edwards flanks Jackson now to his left. 3 receivers in the formation on the far side, 1 in the near. And they give this to Jackson. Jackson to the 5.
Yes,
J.J. Jackson, touchdown, Prattville. 2 seconds left, and Jacorian Jackson takes it in the end zone for the score. Prattville's busted it wide open. 31-14 is your score. And is anybody not happy for J.J. Jackson right now?
Wow, man. You know, he's the kind of guy I was talking about earlier. This is his game right here. Because when he gets in there in that line of scrimmage, which, again, that offensive line opened up a huge hole right there, you can't find him.
No.
Nobody saw him. Went untouched.
P-Ryan on for the point after with 2.6 seconds left to play in the third. And we're going to stop this one. No good. No good. 2.6 seconds to play. 31-14 here in the third quarter. And let's stay right here. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Johnny Burnett.
Chip, you'll never guess who I've been talking to down here.
Who you been talking to?
Well, look at this big, tall guy standing down here working the chains. We talked about him earlier in the pregame show.
Oh, I know who that guy is.
How about Jim Thompson?
That is young Jim Thompson.
Yep. He said
that's a big man.
Hey, tell him he's the second best insurance man I know.
He says, is Chip Powell on the other end of that microphone? And I said, yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He said, tell him don't come down here.
Son, I'll get in that guy's grill real quick and then run.
So,
you should. That's a big man out there.
He's about 6'6".
He is a big boy.
He's about 6'6", 260.
Hey, listen, you tell him he ain't big enough anymore. He's too skinny.
I told him, hey, we talked about you earlier tonight and some of those great games, and he said, wasn't nothing like this one.
Yeah, I hope he remains right on that.
P. Ryan kicks away.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh,
onside kick, little pooch to the 10, and it's going to go back to Enterprise at their own 46-yard line.
I thought the Enterprise receiver didn't see it, so I thought, oh man, we caught him off guard here, but I'm pretty sure we didn't want to kick it that short.
Nah. 0.4 of a second here left to play in the third. You're going to get one more snap off. Prattville on top now, 31-14. The most viable play of that scoring drive was a 9-yard run by J.J. Jackson. Fulton loads up the shotgun, and it's a reverse. Look at the pass. Prattville's got it sniffed out pretty well. Still going to have to make a run for it. He gets across the 50-yard line, and then we hit 15. And we hit him way out of bounds. Yeah, that's flag.
Ridiculous.
Golly.
I'm not sure why that was 15 yards.
Down.
15 yards off the boundary, and we gave him a bump at the end. It wasn't a hard hit, but shouldn't have been touched.
Yeah, it was way out of bounds. That's just, golly, we got to be smarter than that.
That was ridiculous. We're
going to take a 1-minute break, guys. The third quarter is complete. Fourth quarter coming up. Prattville on top, 31-14. Prattville Lions football continues in 1 minute.
1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite game with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puckett Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy them.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Fourth quarter play about to get underway here. Your score, Prattville 31, Enterprise 14. Got some scores from around the region. Still staying on top in Auburn in the third quarter is Auburn High School, 28-21 over Central. And that's got to be a big surprise for a lot of people. Never mind. Mildred said it's flipped. Central 28, Auburn 21.
Yeah, that sounded more like it.
And Marbury over Sumter right now, 24-6 in the third quarter.
Guys, we had an injured Prattville player over here on the sideline. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Rodney Thompson gave a chase, and Rodney got a cramp in one leg, and when they rolled him over, he got a cramp in the other leg.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, he was in some pain. I'm laughing, but
that's why we see number 99, Willie Willis, in the game right now.
It was not funny at all. He was hurting.
And while he gets his cramps in order, Willie Willis, number 99, checks in the ball game. 6 foot, 230-pound sophomore. Good-looking kid out there. 1st and 10 Enterprise now from the Prattville 30 after that late hit out of bounds to end the third quarter. Fulton loads up the shotgun again. He's got two receivers on the far side, one to the near. And he's going to look to pass, looking downfield, throwing that fade in the end zone. He's got Butts down there in coverage. Butts, did he intercept that ball? Did he intercept it?
Intercepted.
Intercepted. Touchback for Prattville. It's Brandon Butts. He just earned $50 cash from his father.
Oh, yeah.
And I see the Butts family going crazy down here, right there. Now his father promised him every time you make a pick, I'm gonna give you $50. Now he's been telling him to knock the ball down. He don't want to pay him. He got to pay up now.
Yeah, he got to pay now. Yes, sir. What a great play, man! It was just, I believe that was Warren, the Enterprise wide receiver that's committed to Stanford. At least that's what I was told by one of the Prattville coaching staff members.
They got a good quarterback over there right now. John Elway, I think is his name.
Is he still there?
I don't know. I don't really keep up with him too much, but I think he might be. Him and Jay Miller.
Jay Miller. Wow, I forgot about him from Selma, right?
That's my boy from Selma. 1st and 10 now for the Lions after the Brandon Butts interception at their own 20-yard line. Give to D'Angelo Jones. Jones hit at the line and pushed back. Maybe a yard or two gain on the play. They're going to mark him at the 22.
Good to see D'Angelo back. He had a cramp in his thigh that was probably as big as Pratt Bedwell's fist.
That's a big fist.
Yes.
That man has a large fist. 11:30 to play in the ball game. Prattville with the ball thanks to a Brandon Butts interception in the end zone. 11:20. Clock on the move. Prattville 31, Enterprise 14. Fourth quarter. Edwards from the shotgun. Going to keep it on his own, go right up the middle. And, again, gain maybe a yard. Maybe a yard, but he's shut down right there. Some safe play calling right now for the Lions. Up 17 in the fourth quarter. Washington McDaniel here on the far side. Smith and Petway on the near side. Edwards loads up the shotgun once again from the 23. Their own 23. 3rd down and 7. Edwards has it. Looks to pass. Step under pressure. Jones gives him a little block. Gets him some time, and now he fires complete to Smith.
Don't go back.
At the 32, 35.
Oh,
makes
God,
a man
what
miss.
move.
He's 40, 20. Malik Smith all the way. Touchdown, Prattville, 77 yards. And Malik Smith has just shaken the man out of his boots, and Prattville has just taken it to the house. 33 unanswered points. And Malik Smith, we called him a breakaway player, and he showed it right there.
We talked about, I was yelling at him, don't go backwards. He went backwards one step and went about 60 the other way after the 14-yard catch. But, man, what a fantastic play.
And something's happening up here. As Donnie Burnett, can you fill us in on what's happening? They're not getting this touchdown on the board.
Well, there's not a flag back here. I know he's not saying that he stepped out of bounds because he didn't step out up
Touchdown.
Touchdown. After the play,
unsportsmanlike
against the lines.
And they may have caught it on Malik. He may have high-stepped or something.
Spiked it or something.
It might have been the Steak and Shake sideline reporter out there at the numbers.
Hey, that's your Sport Clips most valuable play of the scoring drive. A 77-yard run after the catch by Malik Smith.
Wow.
So he's allowed to spike the ball and get a little excited about that because we sure did up here.
Well, I'm not, and it may not have been him. I'm not sure, but I know he was excited because what a fantastic play.
Well, now they're going to mark it off on the point after. So Prattville's probably going to line up to go for 2 here. Is that right, Donnie? Am I reading that right? Still trying to get things worked out. It looks like they're spotting the ball at the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure.
I mean, the coaches do realize it was a touchdown, right?
Right, it was a touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
now our field goal or extra point team.
Now they're marking it.
Going on the field.
It's going to be assessed
on the
kickoff.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I'd have done. But
yeah,
Chip, you told him don't run backwards.
Well, because he was right at the first down mark, and I was like, "Oh, get the first down."
I think that was the last thing that you said before all 3 of us started hollering into the microphone.
Oh man, that was a. Whew.
That was a big-time play by a big-time player.
Yes, sir.
Now Noah Sheets on for the point after. Kick is up, and it's off the Enterprise locker room with 10-11 to play in the ball game. Your new score, Prattville 38, and with an Enterprise 14. Your most valuable play of the scoring drive was a 77-yard pass from Trey Edwards to Malik Smith. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, a massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. What a play. What a play. That's one they'll be replaying over and over again.
You know.
Hey guys, real quick, I just texted Daryl Puckett with WAKA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had the play of the week. I just texted him. I said, we got the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt about that. I mean, golly. I was worried about the first down.
We were thinking bigger picture.
Yeah. He was. Malik was.
He definitely was.
Yeah.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game, and it's going to be hard to choose tonight.
You know what? Listen, you know what that doesn't remind me of? That play doesn't remind me of the Silverado Texas edition. It's not made to do that.
No, to go backwards?
That's a Porsche 911.
That's right.
Or maybe a Chevrolet Corvette at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. But it is not the Silverado.
No.
The Silverado Texas edition doesn't move like that.
It's more like a 20.
Yeah.
More like a D'Angelo Jones out there.
Yeah.
Well, the walk back on the kickoff is going to put him back to the 25-yard line on the excessive celebration. The Sheets will kick this one away from the 25. And it is a long kick. Wow.
Wow.
All the way back to the 10-yard line for Noah Sheets. A lot of room to run, though. Back to 25, 30. And he's down right there.
That was a fantastic kick and coverage right there. Sheets with outstanding job.
Where did that ball go to, Chip?
The 10.
To where?
The 10.
The 10?
From the 25 to the 10. So that's
a long way.
That's 25 to the 50 and then another 40. That's 65 yards.
Yes, sir.
All day.
Every time.
And twice on Sunday.
That's right.
We are missing a defender. Oh, no, there he is. He just wasn't.
First and 10 Enterprise from their own 30. And here's a pitch out to Robinson. Robinson with room across the 40. Still on his feet to the 45. He'll pick up his first down. 15-yard pickup. 16-yard pickup out to the 46.
Is that the freshman?
Is that McCreary?
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I don't want to say this, but I almost want to see the offense back out on the field again.
It's kind of fun.
It's enjoyable to watch these things happen.
9:50 to play in the ballgame. Prattville up 38-14 on Enterprise. Now Fulton wants to pass. He's got it complete. Out to the 50-yard line. Hit and drove it back. Big time hit at the 48.
Man.
Power on power right there. Is that 41 or 47?
43, Marlon Brantley at
Marlon
corner.
Brantley.
Man, he came up and spun him and drove him backwards into the ground.
He used all of his 170 pounds to pile drive the receiver right there. Second down and 4 for Enterprise. And we got a timeout for Prattville. Prattville calls a timeout before the play gets off.
Yeah, we had to. We couldn't get
set.
Defenders off the field in time. And
we're going to take a 30-second break while they discuss it. Lions football continues after these words.
Chip and Mills are here at one of our favorite eating places, Country's Barbecue. I'm about to tackle this month's special, the $2 off the chef salad piled high with your choice of smoked meats and all the salad fixings you want. What about you, Milner?
Chip, I didn't get a body like this eating salad, so I'm going with Larry's Special. 7 ounces of delicious beef tenderloin with fresh cut fries and some of that great mason jar tea.
Milner, it don't matter. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu at Country's Barbecue.
On the field, did y'all catch that?
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 9:20 to play in the ball game. Your score: Prattville 38, Enterprise 14. And this is a good feeling out here tonight, guys. 2nd down and 4 for Enterprise at the 48. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Brasco.
We made a wholesale substitution there, and we only had 10 men on the field while we called the timeout.
Fulton, he's going to go down. Fulton's going to take a sack back at the 45-yard line.
Ball loose. He was sitting down. Who was that, Donnie?
Oh, no, you kidding? No.
Well, there you go.
All right, so Eddie
Eddie
Brown picked it up, was running down the field with it, and they blew it dead. And he just
Coach Brown is not happy.
He threw the ball down, and they threw unsportsmanlike flags on him. I don't think he was trying to be crude. He just put the ball down. He threw the ball down. You can't do that.
Eddie Brown.
He's having to walk away.
Father, Eddie Brown, has been the only guy connected to all the state championship.
Yeah.
He had to walk down the other side, and I can understand that as a father. You get frustrated. Listen, his son is as good a kid as there is.
Oh, yeah.
He was
not trying to be malicious right there. He was not trying to be disrespectful.
He got caught up in the moment and but it hurt.
But when you see that, though, the impression the officials get, they're going to throw a flag every time.
Yes, yeah.
Somebody's going to get a talking to at the dinner table.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, he might want to not go home for the week.
Yep. Just sleep in the locker room. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats now at the Prattville 39-yard line. 9:05 to play in the ballgame. Prattville up 38-14. In control right now. But Enterprise 1st and 10 now at the line's 39-yard line. After the latest piece of misfortune. I'm sure that won't ever happen again.
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's not going to happen tonight.
Fulton pitches it out to McCray. McCray down after no gain along the Enterprise boundary.
Because after a second unsportsmanlike penalty,
yep,
you are ejected from the contest.
Oh, that is correct.
That
I
is
forgot
true.
about that.
That's right. And that was number 2.
That was number 2.
Yep.
Well, it's unsportsmanlike.
And isn't that out for the next game, too?
There's a late hit that he had, and then that. Is that?
No. It's just a fine. It's a fine, and they have to take Star Sports, the NFHS sportsmanship course.
Fulton on 2nd and 10 throws it complete out to his man in the midfield to the 35, out to the 33-yard line, 31, and now, oh my goodness!
There you go, finally. Good night.
That should be a targeting ejection right there, as the Enterprise. I guess it might have been one of the receivers. Just speared across the down receiver and took out one of our players.
How was that not a flag from every official out there?
It took a while to get the flag out, but they did get it out.
Because, and just leave it at that.
That was a malicious hit.
They saw the white hat throw the flag, and there was no need for them to throw it.
Was it only 5 yards?
They marked it back. They spotted it. That was at the 35, and they marked it back to the 40.
Save your arm.
Wow. Okay. 3rd down and 11 for Enterprise at the 40 of Prattville. I'm scratching my head on that one. We're going to have to get some clarity, perhaps. Fulton from the shotgun, twin receivers to either side, looking to the far side, and now firing across the middle. Got his man complete.
That's
Warren at the 10 to the 5.
There's a
flag
hold.
on the play.
hold.
Warren down to the 1-yard line.
Got a holding.
But there will be a hold. It will come back.
Got a holding penalty right there.
Good call right there by the official. Was it like he was holding Quan Jones?
Yep. I believe you're correct.
You are correct.
Hold or bring it back.
And the frustrating part for Enterprise is he didn't have to hold.
No.
I mean, It really didn't make a difference, but it was clearly a hold.
I hate to go back and harp on it again, but that you go back and look at the tape because we have a pretty good coverage of the game here.
So what is the call on that late hit, 5 yards?
It should have been targeting and an ejection. That was a vicious attempt on one of our players.
And way after the
2 or 3, he's down for 2 seconds, and the guy comes flying across vertical with the field. Horizontal with the field.
Head to head, yeah. Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Prattville 22-yard line. 7:44 to play in the ball game. Prattville on top, 38-14. Trying not to get chippy here late. As Fulton looks to pass, still looking, steps out of pressure. Now firing to the 10-yard line, out of bounds. Incomplete it goes. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 22 of Prattville. A penalty-laden drive from both sides here on this drive. And Enterprise has, through a series of plays and penalties, worked it down to the Prattville 22-yard line, 2nd down and 10. You hate to see, drives, the plays appear this way, just penalty after penalty. We can get it settled down for the last 7.5. Fulton to pass on 2nd and 10. Deep inside Prattville territory. Looking to pass, now firing into the end zone. You got 2 men down there, and this overthrown, incomplete. 2 receivers.
Great job by our secondary right there.
Do have a score, Central up 34-21 over Auburn in Auburn tonight.
Central had a scare at first, but looks like they've taken control out there.
A lot of talent on that Central team, and, there's some outstanding speed on that Auburn team as well.
We're going to take a 30-second break. Timeout on the field. 7:24 to play in the ballgame. Prattville 38, Enterprise 14. We'll take a 30-second break and lines.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, and it has been a wild last 2 or 3 minutes. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the. Third down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Prattville 21-yard line as we come out of the timeout. 7:24 to play. Lions on top, 38-14. Fulton looks to pass, looking downfield. Now stepping out, but not going to get far. Lucas makes a stop, but he gets it off to Robinson just in time, and he is met with authority. Taken down by number 79, Kyrie Davis.
Guys, that was a great play by the quarterback.
Yeah, Fulton, the quarterback, I don't know how he got it off. He just kind of did the was it Doug Flutie that did that so many times? Just threw it with both hands forward.
P.J. Lucas had him in his big old bare paws.
Sure did.
Over one shoulder and around one hip, and he got it off to his intended receiver,
ball
Robinson.
Game here, guys. Ball game. Could
4th down and 5 coming up from the 15 of Prattville. Fulton throws across the middle. Incomplete. Covered up, double up by Trey Thompson and Jordan Harrison in the end zone. And no dice for Enterprise. And a turnover on downs with this line defense, and they have stood so strong tonight since those first 2 Enterprise possessions.
Yeah, really.
They haven't let anything happen, but there's a flag on the field at the 23-yard line.
Well, I would think that would be on Enterprise, or else would be not changing possessions here.
Steak and Shake, what do you got?
I know that the defensive back coach is putting a earful into our guy. But the penalty was called on Enterprise, unsportsmanlike.
You know what's funny? You ever seen
a lot of that going on tonight?
You ever gone to the zoo and seen a caged lion just pacing back and forth? That is Coach Eddie Brown right now.
He's praying. He's doing a lot of praying right now.
Coach Eddie Brown has broke about 4 headsets tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's not a better guy in the world than Eddie Brown, and a better kid than his son, Eddie Brown. And, man, it's a teaching moment. It's a growing up moment.
Yeah.
And
that one's going to hurt, though.
Listen, my son, Hunter, his position coach was Eddie Brown, and I think Eddie Brown's responsible for the way my son has grown up and has become a coach just because of the influence of Eddie Brown.
1st and 10 Lions after the penalty at their own 35-yard line. Now the officials are having a little conversation with the players, I think, saying, hey, knock it off.
Yeah, Chip, Eddie Brown was was one of the assistant coaches on my 9th grade team back in 1986.
That was back when Back to the Future 1 was still like in the theaters, I think. 1st and 10 is a gift to J.J. Jackson going right in the middle. Won't find any running room there. He'll be stopped at the line. No gain on the play.
I think you're going to see a lot of conservative play calling from the Lions for the rest of the night.
.620 to play in the 4th. Prattville up 38-14. Here in Enterprise, Alabama. Trey Edwards and J.J. Jackson in the backfield for the Lions. And here's a give to Jackson again. Up the middle. Jackson with room. Bowling his way across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. A first down for the Lions.
This is J.J.'s game, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, D'Angelo Jones was the guy that set the tone for this game, and he's got to go down right now to me as the player of the game for me. I know we got a little time left, and we need to start looking at that. But, you got to – last week defense got it because of the shutout. This week, 38 points. Got to give it to an offensive player. And I'd love to give it to that offensive line. They've done an outstanding job.
They have done an outstanding job, but I don't think I'd get booed out of the junior high if I didn't say Trey Edwards is my vote right now.
If what now?
Trey Edwards.
Oh, yeah. You got to think about how the maturization of Trey Edwards has been amazing to watch.
He has.
And I think that's a word. I looked it up today.
I like that.
In a dictionary.
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
It's in the lexicon now.
Yeah. Anyway,
Look that one up.
I've got to step up my game.
Y'all can talk whatever you want to.
Man.
My vote is for Trey Edwards, so y'all do what you got to do.
It's a.
How about that?
Yeah. I agree. It's a tough. Here's what I got to think. I just got to think that the momentum changed with D'Angelo Jones, in my opinion.
Well, here's something you got to look at too.
Yes, it
over 100 yards rushing and 100 yards passing.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
I'm probably 200 yards passing.
I see that, and I understand that too.
It was D'Angelo Jones that changed the momentum when he decided he just wasn't going to be tackled anymore.
Yeah.
We were down 14-3, and D'Angelo Jones made a 22-yard run from the 2-yard line that changed the whole complexion of what we were doing. Kyle Kramer in at quarterback now. He's going to give it off to D'Angelo Jones. And Jones finding JJ.
Yeah.
We're talking about D'Angelo. He finds his way across the 50 to the Enterprise 49-yard line. Kyle Kramer, the quarterback of the future, in the game right now. Pocket-style, pro-style passer. Prototypical quarterback. JJ flanks him to the right this time. And he's going to give it to JJ again. JJ finds a little more room across the 45. Still dragging some tacklers. Dragging some tacklers to the 45-yard line of Enterprise. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
I don't know if I've ever said it, but JJ, he's kind of thick.
Yeah.
And so strong down low. And when he gets behind his pads, man, he's going to go forward.
I heard that about you.
I loved having JJ in my backfield when he was at the junior high.
I bet you did.
He was so much fun to watch run.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the ball game at Enterprise. 38-14 your score. Prattville on top. 3rd down and 2. Prattville from the Enterprise 45. Kyle Kramer loads a shotgun. He's going to give it to JJ again. Instead he does so J.J. Jackson, and J.J. is going to carry to his 1st down.
Boy, you got to give so much. Let's talk about this offensive line, man. Donnie, what do you think, man? You guys have owned the night.
Number 76, Connor Suggs. C.J. Harris, has been a beast tonight.
I'm just going to say that Trey could not have done what he has done tonight without the front five. And if you want to give it to all five of them, I'm all for it.
Well, I think they're gonna give him one plaque. And Buffalo Rock's gonna give him one. We got to pick one.
And it's hard to split up a sports clip here. It's MVP treatment between 5 people.
You take the shampoo, you take the massage. 1st and 10 here again. And here's JJ with the carry again. JJ bounces to the outside. JJ 35 cuts it back inside. JJ to 30. Fumble comes. Fumble ball loose and flag on the play.
Face mask, which caused the fumble. But I don't know how that works.
We'll see how they sort this thing out. But JJ had run to his first down to the 30-yard line and then turned around by his face mask and the ball popped loose. I believe Prattville will retain possession.
Yes.
And they'll mark off the face mask. And thanks to Keith Stevenson for listening in on the Prattville Network tonight. Keith Stevenson from, where is that from, Milzer?
Keith is a photographer for the Auburn.
The legendary Keith Stevenson.
And the preacher that married me.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's in South Carolina tonight for the Clemson-Auburn game tomorrow. He's the official photographer for the Auburn marching band.
You know, Keith told me right after the wedding, he came to me after the wedding, Milzer, and he said, that won't last 6 months. I'm kidding. He did not say that.
Hey, when you get married in Booth Methodist Church, you're married for life whether you like it or not.
By chains.
That was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
Yes.
1st and 10 for the Lions after the face mask at the Enterprise 16-yard line. 3:50 to play in the ball game. Prattville up 38-14, and they're not done yet. Kylan Petway now checks in the ball game at running back. 3 new receivers in the game. We can get the numbers on some of them. Brandon Jackson in the game at near side receiver. Kramer from the shotgun gives to Petway. Now Kramer keeps it. Kramer at the 10. Kramer slides in at the 7-yard line.
I taught him that.
That was a great slide. Beautiful slide.
I taught him that.
9-yard run. 9-yard pickup by Kyle Kramer.
Get your butt on the ground.
You got number 11, Taylor Thompson, in the slot over on the far side.
What about these Prattville Lions, fellas?
What about these Lions?
What a turnaround from a year ago.
Wow. 50-14 a year ago at home and returning the favor tonight.
And you know, the guy in the Montgomery Advertiser picked a score very similar to this and said the same thing. Very, very good prognostication.
I will say. 2nd and 4 from the 8-yard line. Joe should say the 9. And Kylan's going to get it this time. Kylan trying to get outside, and he won't have any luck there. He's going to be down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down from inside the 10. It looks like the line to make is about the 5-yard line, so call it 3rd and 4 from the 9. And here comes JJ back in the game to the applause of the remaining fans in here. They love this kid.
Yes, sir.
There's people. We're sitting in the stands tonight on the top row of the bleachers. There's people looking up going, who is 26? Who's 26? You'll know soon enough.
Yeah.
That is J.J. Jackson.
He's already stuck one in the end zone. Let's see him get another one here. And as you can tell, Prattville is not trying to.
No.
We're just running simple plays here, and just offensive line is just dominating.
3rd and 4 from the 8. Here's J.J. with the carry again. J.J. spins off a tackle.
Still
on his feet, hitting the backfield. J.J. goes for the pylon.
Oh.
Does he get it? Touchdown! J.J. Jackson, his 2nd score of the night.
Holy cow.
And Prattville goes up by 30, 44-14 over the Enterprise Wildcats. And J.J. Jackson would not be denied the end zone. Hit the backfield, spun off of it, and sprints for the pylon. It only took him 47 steps to get there. And J.J. finds pay dirt for the 2nd time tonight. Love number 26, J.J. Jackson. 5'3", 185-pound senior. Making his impact tonight. A career night for him.
I'm changing my vote. I'm going JJ.
No seats with the point after.
Hey, senior, baby.
It's up and it's good. Minute 52 to play in the ball game. Prattville 45, Enterprise 14. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the The Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where the news could not be better. With a minute 52 to play in the ballgame, your score: Prattville 45, Enterprise 14. Prattville with 42 unanswered points to take a 45-14 lead over the Wildcats of Enterprise. It's been all Prattville since early in the second quarter here. And trying to cap off what has been a brilliant night for the offense and the defense alike as Noah Sheets kicks this one away. Brought down at the 6-yard line and returned right up the middle of the field. And with some room to run now, Noah Sheets is the last man to make the tackle. Makes a bump, but doesn't get him down. Still running, still on his feet at the 35-yard line. Finally drug down right there. The Prattville 35 is the return man.
Turbo. No, it wasn't. It was that Brandon Butts.
It might be. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Darnie Burnett, who may know exactly who it was.
It was Brandon Butts. But how about the kicker? He hit him and slowed him down.
He sure did. He saved a touchdown. He did that.
I'm going to say that this is probably the first time that he's ever done that in his whole entire life. Because I don't think you can hit like that on the soccer field.
72 checking in.
A lot of reserves.
Will McQuiston coming in the game now, defensive line. New quarterback in the game for Enterprise. Can't see his number because the numbers are crazy over there.
Number 12.
But he's on his feet. That is Joseph Thornton, the new quarterback for Enterprise. Minute 32 to play in the ballgame. 45-14, good guys.
Hey, Will McQuiston is the son of a teammate of mine from back in the day, Ted McQuiston. Hope he's tuned in, or he's either here listening to us.
Wasn't he a major league pitcher?
Yeah.
Ted McQuiston?
Caleb Jones in at linebacker for the Lions.
Michael Worley in at cornerback. And the pass is complete out to the 15-yard line and pushed out of bounds right there is the Enterprise receiver with a minute 26 to play.
Yeah, Gavin Edwards at his safety spot knocks him out of bounds.
Shunjay Stademeyer checking in the ballgame now along with Adrian Sargent. They'll come in at linebacker. Javon Walton in the game as well. And here is Thornton looking to pass again, looking into the end zone and firing incomplete. Oh, no, incomplete. Incomplete at the 7-yard line. Almost had it.
Man, a lot
Knocked
of heat
away.
put on by Jackson Morissette coming from I believe he's a defensive end. No, he's a defensive tackle, came in and put great pressure on him right there. We've heard that name before.
Yeah, I've heard the Trajan and now Jackson. Minute 18 to play here. 2nd and 10 for Enterprise from the Prattville 15-yard line. 45-14 Prattville on top. And Thornton in some pressure. Now he's going to look in to throw. Finds his release man at the 5 and stopped down just short of the goal line at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Enterprise with a minute 8 to play in the ballgame.
Tackle made by Gavin Edwards on the sideline there, saved a touchdown.
Kyrie Davis now checking in along the defensive front. He'll be relieving Jackson Morissette.
And do you know why it's Kyrie?
No, sir.
It's Eric spelled backwards. That's his dad.
Oh, I get it.
How about that?
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
I picked that up for you this week.
Thank you, brother. That's nice.
That's why we have you down there, son.
Exactly. 1st and goal Enterprise from the Prattville 3-yard line. A minute 8 to play. Prattville up 45-14. It's all over but the shouting here as a flag comes down. And I believe we have a delay of the game.
No, I think we lined up cross-sides.
We lined up cross-sides.
Now, that's something you just can't do.
Nope.
Skylar Henderson checking in now. Linebacker, 5'10", junior, 185 pounds.
Got Michael Worley on this side at the corner spot.
Guys, I'm going to get Coach Anderson as soon as that clock goes to 0.
You do that. We'll go straight to you. 1st and goal for the Wildcats from the 2. Thornton's going to keep it. And this time he'll go into the end zone. He'll score for the Wildcats. With 55 seconds to play in the ballgame, Enterprise finally gets back on the board. It's 45-20 in mop-up duty.
A lot of starters still out there for Enterprise on that offensive line, I know. And the quarterback, did we ever get his number?
Yes, number 12, Joseph Thornton.
He's a
junior quarterback.
A junior, but he's an impressive player there. Of course, he'll be back for the Wildcats next year.
Yes, he will.
Enterprise.
Wildcats trying to get their men on the field now for the extra point. And they got the one man there missing. He comes in. 55 seconds left. Point after. Fourth coming. As the moon begins to rise over Wildcat Stadium. The kick is up and good. 21 for Enterprise, 45 for our Lions.
Wow. Let's start talking about players of the game.
There's three, or maybe four. You got to consider Trey Edwards, D'Angelo Jones, Malik Smith, and J.J. Jackson.
Yeah. Play of the game may have been Malik Smith.
Definitely Malik Smith.
Yeah. J.J. Jackson put on a show in the second half. D'Angelo Jones was the first half. Trey Edwards might have been the whole game. I'm struggling with this one because those guys, and I couldn't be more prouder of anybody out there than Trey Edwards.
Yeah.
Wow, what a fantastic development he has made from that Wetumpka game to right now. But I got to go with D'Angelo Jones because he just, to me, he made that. He gave us a chance, and not that nobody else did, but the effort that he did, I think was just a total inspiration for the whole team.
I think so.
I got to go with D'Angelo Jones.
All right, so with Trey Edwards from Donnie, D'Angelo Jones from Chip, Will, it's on your broad shoulders, my friend.
Onside kick for the Enterprise Wildcats here, recovered by the Lions. 52 seconds left to play in the ball game.
That was Taylor Thompson on the, or was it Taylor Thompson or was it Ryan McDaniel?
I believe it was 11, Taylor Thompson.
Yeah,
that was Taylor.
Good job right there.
All right, Will, make the call.
Will, do it, son.
You're the man.
I'm going to say Will McQuiston.
Eagle
Nope. I'm going to give player of the game. If I have to choose between Trey and D'Angelo, oh my goodness. It's a shame we can't give it to them both, but I got to go with – I agree with Chip that D'Angelo brought us back from 14-3, gave us the motivated the whole team to start really working and believing they could win this game and turn the whole tide of the game. So Trey Edwards, career night. D'Angelo Jones, career night. Malik Smith, career night. Trey Petway, career night. J.J. Jackson, career night.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm going to go with number 20, D'Angelo Jones.
There we go.
As we go into victory formation, Donnie's favorite position.
Good day, guys. Woo!
Kyle Kramer loads up the shotgun one last time to go into this victory formation. Waiting for the play clock to get down to 5, now 4, and he snaps it, takes the knee, and it's over, folks. It's all over. Donnie Burnett is going to go down with the victorious head football coach, Chad Anderson, right now. Let's go down to him.
Guys, I got him right here, Coach. Congratulations. We'll talk to you. He's got to go. So much for that idea.
So much. That was a good idea while you had it. We're going to break away for 3 minutes, and Donnie, you'll have a chance to get him again. Victorious tonight at Wildcat Stadium as the moon begins to rise. Prattville victorious and on the rise as well. 45-21 over the Wildcats of Enterprise. Prattville Lions football will continue in 3 minutes.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite game with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, The Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Hey.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. We've gone final here. Your score, Prattville 45 and Enterprise 21. Huge, huge win for the kids, for the coaches, for the program. Let's pause 10 seconds before we do anything else for station ID here on the Prattville Lions.
Excuse me.
Well, like I said, Chip, so many career nights for kids tonight. Finally getting off this night. It felt like old Prattville football tonight.
Yeah, and what a turnaround from last year to this year. And the biggest thing, that I know, and he's got Coach Anderson with him.
All right, guys.
Go ahead, Donnie. Steak and Shake sideline, final report.
I finally got him now. He's not going to run off. Coach, congratulations. Huge win tonight. I know you guys came down here, and I'm going to go ahead and say it with a little chip on your shoulder. And it was a little redemption time, and guys, you just stuck it to them tonight.
Yes, we were able to control the clock, especially that second half. I think its momentum started turning about the second quarter and just running the football really well. They did a great job scheming us up to take away some of the pass, but, the run started hitting, brought that up, and then we were able to throw the football as well. It was a whole team effort tonight, offense, defense. Got to work on some special teams, little things there. Those guys can get it done. I know they can. Just got to go back to work and believe in themselves and work hard.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. I mean, it was a huge win tonight. Everybody's here. I don't think there was any doubt ever when we got here. And then that opening drive, it kind of petered out there. We got a field goal out of the deal. And then after that, we just took off.
Real class. Yes, sir. We had some good runs. Those running backs are running hard, and Trey Edwards with his feet as well. And then being able to mix it up and still put the ball in the air some. We need to get better at that, continue to get better at that, and just do those little things. Fundamentally, blocking, tackling, just keep getting better at that each week, and we'll be where we want to at the end of this.
All right, good deal, Coach. Go enjoy this one with you guys.
All righty.
That's awesome.
Listen, I was 2 weeks ago, I was at church, and I saw Coach Anderson. I went to talk to him after that Wetumpka loss, and, I knew he was down.